Hi guys.
You gonna die.
Hello. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey buddy.
Yo!
I'm gonna get some water. I'm gonna chill in the... I'm gonna chill right here. We're back.
Where's my hat?
Yeah, I go and fix the nitroglycerin.
Oh boy. Here we go again, ladies and playboys.
Do you think we can beat the map today?
Yes.
Can we beat the map today? Can we beat the
Yes.
map today?
Yes.
Alright.
What is lotion for? Beans.
Beans!
Control.
Beans. Beans.
Beans.
Beans! Okay, I'm going.
Yeah.
Alright, you fix this bus like you did last time, alright? I'ma get the nitro.
Alright, I'm back, chat. Oh yeah, by the way, chat, I went and saw Obsession last night. Banger movie. Well, if you like horror movies, would recommend. Pretty good. What the hell's going on?
Oh,
Can you guys hear me now?
stupid fucking goat.
Okay, there we go. Fucking hell.
I got goaded into the pit.
Oh no, what a nightmare. If only I had to go build my bridge instead.
Where's
Come
the
down here and
fucking
rescue me,
car
alright?
working?
Come down here and rescue me.
Alright, I'm
Guys,
back.
we gotta
Wait,
go
is Ella
rescue,
dead? Oh my god.
Yeah, I got knocked by a goat. into
What
the
else is
pit.
new?
True.
Watch out for the goat. This.
Oh shit. Can fucking run him over.
It
I
doesn't
can't
work.
come down there, man.
Here he comes. It's
He's
over.
coming.
He's got the high ground.
Oh no! Oh, Dist is dead.
Nah, I'm fine.
No, he's alive.
That was stupid though. There you go.
Thank you.
Alright, let's go get that nitro.
Yeah, let's do it.
Did you put a plank down? Oh no.
What
I don't have a
the fuck?
plank.
No, I was
Oh, you
going
have
to,
one.
but the
Okay.
goat knocked
Salad.
me.
Dude, this fucking stupid goat.
Go at?
I can't
why
fucking,
he's
I
the
can't
goat.
move. I can't move.
Go.
All right, I'm gonna put a plank down this.
And the
You can make that jump. This is where I'm putting it.
Left bottom so fucking looked at.
You good?
Yeah, let me jump across.
Do you want me to put it?
Run.
Smoke
Alright.
cigarettes!
Smoke cigarettes.
I cannot!
Okay.
I have been
Alright,
touched.
should be easy now.
By an angel
Right.
with love. What the
Yeah, we
fuck?
should
What
be
are you guys
fine.
doing?
Fuck. Bro, the
Salad's
fucking
getting pounded by
Alright.
a goat. Our car's getting
You're also
pounded
getting
by
pounded
a goat.
by the goat, yeah.
Damn it. My
Oh,
car.
oh no. These fucking goats.
Okay,
Can
I'll
I
fix
can
it.
I use a nitro on this fucking piece of shit?
They just tank it.
This.
Dick.
Okay, never mind.
All right, Ellie, you got the other one?
I don't know what this goat is.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Incoming.
You fucking missed, you shitter.
What do you mean? I was mid-air. I got goated.
Oh, fuck.
Well, don't get goated.
How about you help
These
us instead of
fucking
building a
goats.
fucking bridge again?
I'm dead.
No, it jumped the second
Time to
ally. I'm dead.
Ah. Yeah,
Fuck.
look who's talking now. Yeah.
It automatically jumped when I landed on the platform.
The fuck
Wait,
did
who's
these
alive?
goats?
You and Lepa.
Me.
I'm dead. I'm dead as
Oh.
fuck.
Bro, these fucking goats are a menace.
Yeah, they really are.
What is this fucking kindergarten?
Stop! I'm
This is
trying to
supposed
get
to
to
be
you
the
guys.
easiest segment ever.
Yeah, and you still somehow died.
I'm right
Yeah,
here.
but you're not helping, are you?
Where the fuck
Salad
are you
behind
right
you.
now?
I'm
Sal-
in the,
No,
like
no,
a rock.
I'm aware of this.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
aware of this. Don't hang on. You see this idot right here? This fucking
Fucking
idot?
rest me!
Stay there.
Rest me! We're gonna win!
Alright. I'm gonna.
Fucking rest me!
Alright.
I'll try to get the.
Wait,
the
you
Bye,
launcher.
Allah.
don't have resist.
No, we do. We just don't want to rest you.
Oh, okay. I see how it is. That's crazy.
Well, you see, you keep wasting our resurrect,
I
so
wanna
like, there's
res
no
you,
point.
But I'm not coming over.
What do you mean? You were also dead! And I actually did something!
Yeah, you missed.
I put the
I
plank
got
down
the nitro,
so we can fix
so
the...
I mean you can grab the other
Oh,
one, I
you
guess.
Hopefully you
put the
won't get
plank
goated.
down.
Don't-
Yeah.
Don't get goated.
They're good. Oh, sakes.
Yeah.
Salad be a bait.
Bro.
Oh, you're fine.
You
You're fine.
be a
You're fine.
bait.
Bro! This fucking goat.
This goat is a menace, dude.
Oh, it's so good.
Salad, wait, we have one nitro left, by the way. If I fuck this up,
Okay,
it's
and what am
over.
I supposed to do?
Bait the goat.
Bro, it doesn't make a difference.
What do you
Okay,
mean?
I'm going for it.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, okay. I got it, though. You're welcome.
You did. Ah! Lepa! It's still going for me.
Come down here, Salad. Join us.
9. Well, I'm dead.
All right, see you guys.
Well, for you see, the goat's
Dude.
down here with us now, so...
Do we just hit a reload, or I mean, maybe Lepa can res us at the checkpoint or something? Actually, no, because it's so far.
It's
Yeah,
either
really
a goat...
far.
God, should we just reload?
It's a goat.
I actually don't know.
I need you.
We don't even have
I
enough
think you can
reses
res
for
us.
everybody. We only have 2.
Well, res me. I have reses. Oh wait,
No,
maybe
it's
they're
they're
universal.
yeah,
True.
they're team reses.
Right. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
So which one of you is more
Oh yeah.
important?
What about what if you run back to the
What?
checkpoint?
I got a simple question for you. Was my run valid?
No.
Yeah, your run was fucking valid. Oh,
Welcome, Ella.
thank you.
Leave him.
Ella, you're a fucking narc.
Leave him.
That's what you
What?
are.
Leave him. Leave him. You fucking leave him. We're going.
Lepa's run was invalid because he used it.
Dude, we have
for
so much
You
left
said it
though.
yourself.
No, I took it back. Because
No,
there was
no, you can't
downside
take
to
it back.
you if
There's
that-
Ella, we're
no
leaving.
There's no takes backsies.
Ella, we're leaving. And you leave
Okay,
the
I'm
dead
coming,
weight
I'm
down there.
coming.
We don't need him.
Takes
coming.
backsies is pusa.
Yeah, but you're using the easier random now with bonfire.
It's
random,
not even
so-
easier. I had like 2 bonfires throughout the entire thing.
Mm,
Yeah, the bonfire rando's definitely not easier.
Bro, it's coping so hard.
Nah, it's true.
Where's
It's true.
the...
Man
Oh,
adds
it's right here,
bonfire
isn't
rando,
it?
and all of a sudden he gets runs going all
I've
the time.
never heard a guy cope so much. That's crazy. You know what, Ella? Grow up. Just saying. You know,
Whoops.
that's fucked up actually. That's fucked up.
Are we?
Fucked
Are we? What are we doing here? The same as last time?
Oh yeah, we need to do the same. We need to use a
The winch.
yeah, the
Did
winch.
we go up there to the...
No, this first one we literally just winched, I think.
Well, I bought the 2 Winston things.
Yeah. This is getting him. I'll get the remote.
All right.
Isn't there? I think there was rests down there. We could rest Salad.
Where did we put it? Like right here?
I put it further back last time because he has to drive through
behind,
that. So
right?
yeah, you got to put it behind. If you go forward a
Oh,
little
you
bit,
guys
Salad.
failed.
I mean, Lepa. Can you go forward a little bit, Lepa?
What?
Can you go
Want me to go
forward a
forward?
little bit? Yeah, go forward a little bit. Little bit more. Stop.
All right, you're
stop.
good.
Now this, yeah, you're good now. So let's see. Let's switch this to the rear, and I'm putting rope out right now.
Alright, I can see.
Now what?
Poor Sal.
Yeah, poor salad.
Just drive down, right?
Yeah, just drive down.
Go. Terrific blood.
I'm gonna give you space, more and more.
It's all on you, dude.
Yep.
I cannot do anything.
It's all good.
Wall ride. Can you, like, stop?
Yep.
Didn't we use 2 last time to do this?
I think we can make this work, though. I think this can work.
No, stop. I'm gonna hit the
All
rock.
right. Stopping.
You need to bring me back up, I think.
All right, bringing him back
Wait,
up.
no. Bring him down. One sec.
Bringing him down. Oh, bringing him back
What?
up.
What the fuck is
What?
this?
What the?
I don't think this is what we did last time.
We
Well, but this
attached
can
the
still
front
work,
and
though.
the back, and we like.
Isn't that what we did on the next segment? We did that over there.
I don't know. I don't know how we did this before.
Well, I'm just gonna
Oh, you know what? I think I do
I'm just
remember.
gonna push you down a bit, like this. And if you just drive now, and I'll
Drive
just
now.
say-
He's fucking sideways.
yeah, that's it's
Yeah,
gonna
we
work,
lowered from the
watch.
tree further up. That's what it was.
Oh, well, that works.
It's fine
That
though.
works
This
so
is
well.
salvageable. This is totally. Oh, this is savable.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Well, this is also dead.
Oh.
Oh, nice. You know, we could maybe lower further down and go all the way
Okay,
to
yeah.
the pit.
True. Yeah, we can do that.
Well, this is my life now.
No, I mean,
Yeah,
for
ignore
this
the,
fall,
Oh.
because that's kind of fun.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Yeah, just
No, no,
send
what?
it.
He's totally fine.
I'm gonna reverse, and
want me
I
to
want
pull
you
you
to
up?
release the entire Vince. No.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. Bring me down.
All right,
Down,
bring
as
you
far
down.
as you can go.
All right,
Then you need to reset, like pull off the Vince.
I will reset the
And-
Vince in 3. Oh,
Go ahead.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, that went so well.
Oh, that was nice.
He landed on the nitro. Okay, well now we can actually
Dude,
not
I thought that was just a
fail
pair
horribly.
of shoes or some shit. That was nitro. Oh my god.
Ay, ay, ay.
All right, I'm bringing
we're
this flare
going.
gun for the
Remember to
fucking.
toggle your mics, everyone.
Yeah, I was.
Maximize
Yeah, I always
content
forget that.
output.
All right, let's go.
Bro, speak for yourself.
Don't leave me, cocks!
Sorry, come.
Cock!
Are you? Where are you, Lepa?
Dude, I was getting stuff. Okay, my spirits. You can go now. Thank you. What the fuck? Assault? Hello?
I'm repairing, man.
Hello? There's no goats here,
That's what you think.
except the driver.
We're selling. Is he
Solid, I don't think you've done anything in this segment every single attempt.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Oh, there he is.
All right.
Guys,
Let's park it.
What?
Leopard. Leopard.
I got it.
Don't help him.
I
All right.
fell through the. How have I? How is this?
Uh,
Let's
Let me
repair
repair
it.
Yeah.
Let me repair it.
Snow leopard.
You guys should really put these winch poles on the...
All right,
what I
I
did
put it
last
here.
time.
I'm nitro maxing.
I'm
Ella,
repair
are you
maxing.
walking
I'm
over
repair
the
man.
bridge right now? Like
Alright, I'm putting the
No?
winch
with the ice
poles
on
on.
it.
No, well, I'm on
you.
my way to do it.
Don't you need a plank?
When you hear my voice, slow down. I mean, when I'm next to you,
No,
slow
Ella.
Okay.
down. Because
Ella
like,
Blanc?
I need you to look down towards the end of the bridge.
Oh yeah, I see you.
I'll repair the.
I'm like
You can.
stuck in.
Alright.
I fell through somehow through nothing.
There you
I
go.
was like stuck inside. I couldn't move.
Yeah. It's all
I don't
good.
even know what I fell through. Look, I was being helpful. I even brought this.
Nice. You planked the second one. This one's free. It's the second one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you can walk across this one now.
Sure. Yeah.
What the? How's that happened? What the fuck was
My
that?
man
How did I
is
even?
just useless.
How did I
My
even?
man.
What the fuck was that? Shut
that
the
dead
fuck
right now.
up, Ella.
Salad is my teammate.
No. That is not my fault. That is the game.
Alright, I'm just gonna
There's
use...
no
I'm gonna
way,
hit a
shape, or
perfect
form on
nitro,
me.
and we're just gonna go. Alright, Lepa? Get the fucking car ready.
This game fucking
Yo,
sucks ass.
We have turbo down here. 2 turbos.
Turbo. Piece of shit.
Oh. It was
We
not
need one more,
perfect. God
but
damn
we're
I
it.
think you may need to.
No, if you
Hey,
throw
I'm
it perfectly, you can do it in one, but...
Yeah, you can do it with.
I almost
Don't
fucking
worry,
blew
Sal, I
myself
got
up.
this. Watch.
Okay, hang on. Let me be out of the way. Let me be out of the
Yeah.
Let me
alright.
move. Wait, okay, how's this gonna work? This is...
Just stand
Here,
there.
why are we even...
Safety.
Okay.
Safety.
I'm throwing it back, Sal. Grab
Alright,
this thing.
see?
Yeah, you throw it back this.
Can I nugget for this? That did
Damn,
nothing.
here was me thinking you were gonna throw the other one. That's crazy. Oh my god, he
What's
hit
going-
it. Crazy.
Alright,
Did right,
beautiful.
alright. There is 2 turbos down there. Do you want to? We should grab them.
Yeah, I'm down.
Could do.
Yeah, I'm coming. I'm coming to help you.
Oh, the car just got
How the hell did the wind?
fucked
Oh
up.
my god, I
I
almost
have
killed
an
myself.
idea. No.
Trust me.
No. This is gonna go really well.
What idea does he have?
Trust.
Whatever it is, I don't trust it.
Trust. No.
Heard him. I'm convinced.
No. Trust
My God.
me, my guy.
We in a loop?
Oh yeah, we went up here, right?
Yeah, we did the
Mounted
tree
car.
strats.
Ready.
Yeah, I'm sure this is gonna go very well for us.
It did last
Right
time.
there.
Well, the first
idea.
half did. I don't know what the fuck happened with the
Hold
rest
on, I'm gonna
of it.
put this fuel in here.
I got winch.
I think we just attach the back one to this.
Yeah, just attach the
That'd be
back
good.
and then
I think you're good, Lepa. You can start going down slowly. Lepa,
How would I control it?
you gotta drive, right?
I thought it was Vince. Oh god.
Oh my
Jesus
god,
Christ.
I don't.
Yo-yo.
Christ.
Yo-yoing.
I
You gotta yo-yo.
I did a little
I
bit
mean,
too
that
much.
certainly did something. Yeah. I mean, it worked. I guess.
It did. I don't think. Did we lose any health? I don't even think so.
I don't
Oh, I
know.
died. Oh
I
no.
think it
Fuck!
jammed
Oh,
the field.
no, Dist. I'll go get him.
I don't know if you will get me, to be
No!
honest.
Let go of my
Eagles! What the fuck? I'm getting carried away. Are you kidding me? I'm dead.
Oh.
I,
How am I supposed to get up there to help you?
no.
Lappa?
I'm falling
What?
down. I'm falling. I got fucking
Dude, I'm gonna
eagled
leave
like
without you.
Gandalf. Oh my god.
Where
Yeah,
are
Alice,
you?
Ella and Salad are my teammates.
I'm alive!
Oh, now you're dead.
That's the problem.
I'm dead.
Oh, never mind.
Wait, I might be dead. Hang on.
Fully up.
Oh, there's scrap there. There's scrap on your left side.
God. Yeah, I'm trying to get my way down to you guys a little bit, but...
We're fucked again. God, dude, this game is so... This... Oh, it's all because I fucking blew myself up with the nitro, and Lepa's a piece of shit.
This game.
Now, I'm a little unsure as to how I'm going to make my way down here safely. I did do this.
Skyrim your way down.
Fuck, man.
Let me just do that. That's so
Thank you.
Oh, fuck me.
This is so gross.
No, 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 no. Okay, 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 okay.
Maybe Salad will make it. I think you're better
I
off
can
going to
hear
the
Leper
right. I
getting bullied.
think you're better off going to the right side.
Yeah, maybe. It's just this one looks like it looks too. Maybe yeah, maybe. Oh, fucking hell.
Just like run along the side of the wall, I guess.
No, 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 no. Okay, I'm good.
How close to dead are you?
Okay, okay.
Yeah, we're in the bottom.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh. Okay,
You actually made
nice.
it. That was very nice.
I'm just that guy. Where the fuck did all of those planks go?
Yeah,
I
we're like
threw
somewhere
four
in
of
the
them
snow.
down.
Oh, you're on me. You're on me. Pretty much. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hot.
Sick. I
I'm
saw
like-
Fist
I'm like
fucking
straight
work
ahead.
assist. Oh yeah, I see him.
Oh, I see. I see that sticking out
All
of the snow.
right, Lepa, we're back.
Oh, all right.
But the Vince remote is gone. The
Oh.
Vince remote is gone. All right.
Wait, what do you mean
There
it's gone?
is,
Like it fell? Are we sure it's
It
gone?
was. I don't know. Maybe it's still up there with the corpse. Well, not the corpse, like where you dropped.
I mean, could it be in the snow down there?
Yeah, the thing is, it dropped me on top of the mountain. That's where I died.
Oh,
so it could have just
yeah.
flown anywhere.
I see what you mean.
Oh.
But maybe there's a Vince remote in the like in the future over here.
Better hope so, otherwise we're back to the fucking beginning again.
Which one of you
Yeah.
has the Vince?
No one.
The remote?
It's gone.
I had it. The eagle.
It's
Yeah.
no,
It's
but
fucking gone,
do you
Leper.
release your item when you get?
I'm
carried away?
dead! Ella!
Oh my god. Fuck.
All the way
Oh.
down at the bottom in the snow.
This is so cursed.
We're never making it past 6.3. It's no fucking. It dropped me on top of the mountain, and then I slid all the way down. Like it could be anywhere. Yes.
How did we winch this before? I'm gonna go forward, I guess. Yeah, we should probably be using the snow tubes more. I'm gonna think of it. Maybe there's something up here. Maybe this is where Ella lost the controller. I couldn't even see Ella when he got grabbed. Press the button? What button? What do you mean? What was that? I don't know. Did you see something? Oh, yeah, I see what you mean.
How did you get up?
I just
I can't do that much. Although I can do it.
That's oil there.
no, let me see if I can find the remote, but I'm pretty sure
I
it's down
just
there.
think. Yeah, I mean, I can maybe attempt to make a bridge. I will
Do
not
we have a
promise that
spike
it will
pistol?
Be, yeah, we do. We have 20. We have 20 nails.
What mountain did your... Like, where do we think the winch controller is? Because I couldn't even see.
Top one, like the one above us. You know where
Like,
we hooked
oh,
the winch in the tree?
yeah.
It dropped me there.
Okay. Well, I'm up here, so...
But then I rolled all the way down.
Yeah,
remote
it
could
could
be
be
anywhere.
anywhere. Oh, fuck.
What if we could get back up in this backtrack and get another or how about I just full send it with the only tools we have.
Yeah, Ballers.
You're building a bridge. You know what? What if we make just one long plank bridge and we grind the RV on the plank?
I don't think I can. I think only. Not like. Right. That will not work. We would need. I think. Yeah, I don't know. We're just gonna have to do some crazy shit.
Yeah,
we
this
do.
seems pretty cooked.
I say we just pop a fucking turbo and we go.
But what is the turbo gonna do? Look at this.
I don't know, boost us and I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
You need the Winch.
Yeah.
Either we find
Yeah,
that
but the
or I
Vince
just-
remote is gone. It's
Exactly.
over.
It's in the next realm. Hmm.
I mean, we don't really have a choice. In my book.
We don't.
I wonder.
Just, you know what? Let me just send it with turbo. Fuck it.
Okay.
Wait, guys, hold on. I found a bunch of scrap. You can repair at least if you want.
Oh, that
Okay.
might help at least. Get ready. The Winch.
No, but you can. I don't think you can leave the one tools.
It's gonna
have an
fix the.
idea.
Why are we tilting? Alpha?
I'll be tilted.
You can say so, I guess.
What, guys? The car is dying.
Yeah,
Well, okay, I guess we don't need the Winch anymore.
how are we alive? What the hell just happened?
Wait, I have
Oh,
I have
God.
an idea that we might not like. Wait. Turbo and reverse. No, damn it! No.
Fine, it's fine.
No. I did a secondary win.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Look at me. sideways, but like, there's ways around it.
The remote's got to be in the snow here.
No, it's not. Don't worry about it. I don't know how we're gonna get.
Oh, it's so scuffed that you can't see in the snow.
Yeah.
We have a spear in here. That helps too, right?
Yeah. I can't get
I'm
that
drinking it.
beer.
Where do I see my
But,
buff? Yeah, I have buff now.
Yeah, I can't get those beers. Yeah, they're kind of. Well, can we not just push it off the cliff?
I am. I'm pushing it. Fuck it.
Wait, they might actually make it.
Yeah,
Ella
push
bad.
it off the cliff.
Ella bad. Ella bad.
See?
Bad.
Oh. All right, well.
Ella bad.
I think we
Listen.
were cooking. All we have to do is send it down with a bunch of winches. We can even let go of it and then
Yeah.
just replace it before it falls again. I think that was cooking.
You think it was cooking?
I think we were cooking. I don't know what we were cooking with, but we were cooking with something.
I think we got it now. The thing is, I got grabbed with the remote, so that was fucked.
Don't. Okay. Well, we only have one spirit now.
We didn't have the winch control. Ella's remote got yeeted by the vulture.
What's up, the dog?
It's true.
Ella's.
I'll see if I can fall through an invisible floor again, shall we?
Cheetah! 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 Run!
Hey, use. I can't run. Use the gun.
Someone use gun!
I
I'm pushing it away. I'm pushing.
Nowhere near it.
Okay, I'm coming. Fuck, I'm stuck
It
under the.
ran.
Okay, good. I pushed
ran,
it.
ran.
You actually can push it, which is interesting.
This is what
Okay, I'll fix
happens.
it.
Lost a wheel. Wait,
All
did we
good.
lose a wheel? Oh,
I'm
for
driving the
fuck's sake.
fucking car.
Yeah, it's down there, but
It's
we
okay,
can
I'll fix it.
that. It's alright. It's alright. We have a thing.
It's true.
Wait,
we
I
have
can
a
still
thing.
hear it.
Yeah, I heard that too.
I can't hear this.
No, I'm here. I just didn't have anything to say.
Wait a minute.
I'm grabbing the winch
Oh,
poles.
I see. So the game is absolute dog
Using
shit.
what?
Okay.
I know.
What?
What?
The tire that I just took, it fell through the floor into nothingness.
What?
No, I can see
no.
I can see both of
Yeah,
them.
it's
Oh.
down. It's
Yeah,
down in the bottom.
I'll go get it. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Alright.
Now you get the backside, Ella.
There's nitro down here. Or is that turbo?
It's turbo.
It's turbo.
Oh, okay.
Shit. I guess we should try and,
Do you have to use a
yeah.
plank for this? I guess you do.
I think you just take the damage from the fall.
Yeah, but how do you get it back up?
Oh, Leopard just fucking jumps across all the way. I think that's insane reach.
What?
What?
That's not gonna work.
How did
It's not
you
gonna
use?
anywhere
Oh,
remotely reach it.
I understand.
Yeah. He just does giga jumps. Maybe
Let's
you
jump
can...
back.
Hang on. Yeah. The last jump's a
Oh,
little
there we
fucking
go.
scary
See,
though.
that's
You
close.
just
Huh.
McDie. There you go. Nice. Nice.
Very nice.
Okay, so yeah, I think we can just set up a bunch of like a pulley system, to be honest. I have a vision.
Nice. Well done.
So easy. Let's go.
We should get that turbo fuel too. I'm gonna go grab that.
Oh, did we get the nitro? Or
LR, can you grab this? Are you behind
the
the car?
boost?
I'm throwing it up.
yeah, I'm behind the car. What's up?
Oh, I missed. Fuck. Oh my god.
LOL.
What's happening?
I'll get the other one.
You got the turbo? Alright. Thanks.
Yes.
There's that blue stuff up there.
Oh, that's a hat. If you're looking at the blue thing, it's a hat. It's like a Finland hat. I'm gonna get it.
We got
Oh, I was grabbing my hat. Fuck.
Alright, I'm gonna drive us a bit forward. You ready, Lepa?
Maybe we can put like a yup.
I'll let Lepa do this.
Give me my hat.
Like
Give me, I know you can hear me. Give me my hat.
What?
look is up.
Give me my hat.
Who, me?
Stop.
What's going on?
No, fucking Ella. Fucking give me my fucking hat and give me
What?
give me my hat.
Wait. Oh, this is your hat?
I know you could hear me the whole time, you son of a bitch.
No, wait. How is this your hat? What?
Because I got it last time. It's
Oh,
Finland
I thought
hat.
you used the gnome hat. Oh, I thought this was like a random hat I just found. You always had the gnome hat.
Wait, we're
Oh, yeah,
going
yeah,
up to the right. Yeah.
Ah. Okay, but I don't want this hat now. I'm switching it.
It's okay. It's Sweden hat now. I don't want it.
I want the new hat. Go back to my old hat. Wait, did you steal my old hat? What'd you do with my
this
old
hat
hat? What? What is going
I have a
on?
dream disc.
Yeah, what's up?
Now I have this old man
So
hat.
from here, you see how directly beneath us there's the ledge down there with the scrap?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah, that's also got the repair thing on it. We put one of these here and
go.
fucking drop it here. We send
But
the
we
car
don't-
off this way.
We don't need to repair it though.
You were probably going to need to because you've seen the
Mm.
driving
not
skills being on
Vince.
display here.
Oh, we lost.
Ella!
Oh.
So you see how I said we might not need to repair this?
Well, to be honest, we don't. It's
I thought you put
it's only
the
5% blue.
I didn't think I'd have to do everything myself.
Okay, this might still work either
All
way.
right, you guys handle that. I'm gonna get the scrap.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
fucking
Alright.
dead under the
Leper. So, you see what we did last time, right? We're gonna do that, but correctly. Okay,
All right, you can repair
plop one of these
if
down,
you
like-
want.
hell.
Plop one of these down like here.
I'll get
and
you,
then we'll
Ella.
Send you off the.
If I can find you.
Like,
Under
I've
the
someone
bus.
here.
Slowly.
Where are you?
Yeah, like
Under the
that, and
bus?
Well, maybe
Under the bus.
maybe a bit further to
yeah.
the right here, so you can drive
Oh,
past it. You know,
fuck's
yeah.
sakes.
Like right.
Okay.
Like yeah. look,
Ouch.
look. We winch the back and then we slowly drive you off it.
Oh, I'm up.
What the
I'm up.
What the fuck are you?
We have rest. Rest me. I'm
I
the only
do
one who
know
knows
you
where the
are.
remote is.
There's-
I'm in
You are, I'm trying
the
to see it.
bus. I'm in the bus. Lepa put me in the bus.
Ow. Ow.
Sorry.
I mean, I guess I could help you up. Like, I don't
F!
know.
I'm the only one who knows where
How
the
the
remote is.
fuck do I get up?
No, you
Oh.
don't. I can literally see it, you pillar. It's right
Oh,
here.
God damn it. Damn it. I thought it would fly off.
Yep.
I mean,
Oh, so
yeah,
you were
that's
just
great, that's
lying
great.
then.
No, no,
Oh,
no,
great,
that was
yeah.
good, that was-
No,
that's
no,
great,
no, no, no,
that's
no.
great. That's great.
So you're just a
It's good,
fucking
it's good.
liar.
No. Listen, I'm fixing the tire. Trust. Let me fix the
Right.
tire. Thank you.
How the fuck do I drop this thing back? Leopard, don't go up yet. Okay.
Okay, I have the
Drive.
bins. Let's go. And now you're actually attached.
Maybe drive forward a little more.
I guess I
can't
gotta go
really get
around.
to the- Stop pulling me, you fuck. I'm trying to get around. Okay, you are now... You are definitely... Okay, apparently you are connected, but you are definitely not connected.
It doesn't look
Wait, what are we
connected.
doing here?
Yeah, it's some
We've
UK Vince plan.
Hang on,
What
hang
the
on.
fuck is this Winch?
Beans?
This worked last time, okay?
No, the
Don't-
last time we had
don't-
two. We
No, we didn't.
This is not what we did last time at all.
Okay, the very... I can't fucking put it around.
The very
Yeah,
first
put
time
him
we
on a
shot.
wings, he's gonna fall.
Right, you
I'm
know
good.
what, Leopard? I can't get you on this winch because the fucking thing won't go around.
That's why I said maybe I should put it behind.
Okay, there you go. It works now.
Okay.
Ella, do you have the winch ready?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay,
Which
here.
way are you vincing?
I'm gonna winch you over this direction.
I have a feeling Ella was vincing the wrong way.
I have a
was,
feeling Ellen might have
was,
been wincing the
was.
wrong way, yeah.
I was right.
Yeah, I don't need to
Okay.
go
It's
up
fine though,
anymore,
We're alive.
that's-
Listen, we're alive. We're alive. We're alive.
Well, my idea of this was just to send it down to the bottom, but it's easier
But that's
to get it
so
across this
that's
way.
so far though.
I need more line.
More line.
I mean,
alright, coming out.
so is this way to be
But
fair.
the first time, this is what worked the first time. Like no problem.
More.
Yeah, I can get
Okay,
on
well,
this
we'll not
rock
say no
here,
problem. I sat
tomorrow.
watching you guys struggle
Stop.
to try and get this thing
Okay,
up for
guys.
about 15 minutes.
Hold on. Stay right there.
I'm gonna go get the other scrap.
I think I need to be vinced forward now or some shit. Or maybe I can go lower. I'm not
I
sure.
mean, we do have a Vince there. We do.
I could go lower.
Okay,
I'm
you
gonna
just
pull
you
to
just
the
need to
front
pull
when you attach
forward.
this.
Yeah, I mean it's
Yeah,
attached.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Did you get the scrap disc near the thing?
I did. Yeah, we lost it all.
Okay. Did you go and get the ones like super far away? Or?
Can I release
No.
the back winds now? I think I
I'll go
can.
get them.
I
Right?
think this is probably a good time to release the back one while it's
Yeah.
stationary.
This is certainly interesting.
Why am I getting a
Uh.
snowball here? Remove the winds, and then I wins myself.
Okay, I'm gonna reset it.
Oh my god!
I reset
I'm
it.
just gonna
We're
get
good.
up on the-
We're good. We're good.
It's fine. I've gotten up here before.
Just keep
It's
keep
possible.
pulling forward.
Yeah, that looks great.
And
The UK
is
Vince
anybody
blocking
using
me.
the controller?
You
No,
can't
it's
say
up.
UK wins and then try to slack.
Okay, hold on. I gotta go.
Okay, I'm up. I got it. All right. Do I pull?
Yeah. Although this angle is
Okay,
kind
I'm
of
pulling.
concerning now. I feel like it might.
Yeah, the angle is a little bit. Why don't
Just
I just lower him
fucking
down?
send it forward. Pull me.
Okay, I'll pull you in. I say release him and then turbo up like we did last time. That worked.
We didn't
That is
turbo
not
here.
what we did.
No. We lowered him down from there.
Okay, can you give me some more line?
All right.
Or am
Yeah,
I
no,
not moving?
you're right.
I
That
am?
is-
Yeah, it's what we did. We put him on the wall there and then we boosted up, and it worked.
It did.
Yeah.
Are you eating?
Me?
Yeah.
No. Not right now.
Okay.
Okay, that looks good. That looks good. Good angle.
You could give me all the line you can and let me maneuver to the left. Probably.
You can repair the car with a hammer.
Oh yeah. I got it.
Repair the car just so we don't die to some bullshit.
Bullshit.
Jesus
can also
Christ.
I can put an oil
use
in.
motor oil, maybe.
Yeah.
Or, okay, I think I'm set up for turbo and releasing. I think I'm good.
Are you
I'm ready.
winced? You're winced in the front, yeah?
Obviously.
So, oh yeah. Salad, can you unwince him when Lepa says?
Yeah.
We need to hit turbo and then Vince.
Yes.
I did this once, I can do it again.
Yes.
I'm sure this is gonna go really well.
All right, you're the shot
might
caller,
not.
Lepa. Tell me when to turbo.
Yes, turbo now. Release.
No, it's gonna work.
It'll
Believe-
work.
Trust in the Finnish God Gamer. It's gonna work. It will work.
Problem is, it's not going up.
No, no, it will. It
No,
will.
it will soon. You're gonna get better grip here. Let it back up a little bit and then turn. You get better grip down there.
We need to turn
We're not
left. Though.
turning,
We need
we're
to
just
turn
going forward,
we need to
yeah.
Turn.
Trust.
What are we doing?
Shut up. Trust.
I think the turbo's out, but maybe it's. Oh no, it's okay.
Yeah, you could have just slid
we
down to
could
the
wince.
bottom.
We could grab him.
I'm good.
No, we're
I
fine.
think
Trust.
he's got it. Yeah. Nice. Nice work.
Told you I got it.
My
Again.
God.
Bloody hell.
Okay.
Bloody hell.
Jesus Christ.
Bloody hell.
Teamwork.
The Finnish God Gamer,
job.
you gotta respect it.
Bloody hell. What a goddamn
The two-time.
day today.
All right, we got the 2-time. Yeah, true.
All right. So now I'm gonna grab the front witch.
I'm gonna set this off
Salad,
and then
I'm-
I'm gonna
I'm
jump
throwing
in
it.
with you guys.
I'm gonna grill.
Oh, what a good throw.
All right. Yeah, everybody get in the fucking RV this time.
Wait,
You have to.
maybe we
What?
can we? No, we should be able to,
You
right?
just have to press the button, right?
Burger is here.
Yeah, but you guys did you guys let go of it yourselves last time? Did you take damage when you landed? Or did you like reach the bottom with the winch?
I'm pretty
Was
sure
I
we just
driving?
reached the bottom.
Okay.
Was I driving last time?
I don't think
I don't
anybody
know.
was.
Fucking-
Well, yeah, maybe you were
Right.
driving.
I'm gonna press the button and then fucking.
Then we
zoom
did not
in.
take any damage. Do you need more? There's more here.
I think that's fine.
I'm
to be
gonna.
honest.
We should sit down probably, yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
god.
sit down. Sit down.
This.
I need to fucking
you wanna
cook this
pull
burger.
beans?
Pull Vince. Someone needs the remote for pull Vince.
Pull.
Oh. I can't get out of the chair.
All right, I got the remote. Oh wait, no, I don't.
Oh, okay.
Wait, do you have it?
Sit
Pull
down.
us? Yeah, he's pulling us.
Oh, fucking hell. I can't see anything.
No, don't pull it anymore.
Okay.
You need to release more. I think you give me more line. Stop. Okay, can anyone see?
No.
No.
Good. Okay, great.
I mean, Ella, you could probably get
Well,
out.
I
could
can
hop
see-
out of the chair.
Yeah, you could jump up on the top of the car.
Are you sure?
Really dangerous.
I think.
Yeah, I think I can.
I think it's
can.
fine.
I'm gonna try it.
Okay, well that.
Let me cook. Let me cook.
I mean, I could throw.
Like,
I could throw
Uncharted.
you up.
Wait. Ella, wait, hang on. What about the hatch?
Oh,
Use
yeah,
the
true.
hatch.
What do you mean? Use
True.
the hatch?
Use
Like,
the hatch.
Don't use
Like,
the hatch.
it's-
Don't. What do you mean? How are you even gonna be? You're not gonna be
Like,
able
out
to see.
there. It should be fine.
But what? Where are you
You'll be able
going
to
from
see
there?
outside at least.
Behind
We
us.
don't need to see outside. We need to. Yeah, we need to see forward.
Well, it's better than.
No, it's
I don't know.
useless.
Okay, Ella, sit down. Sit down. Also, give me more line. Give me all the line you can. We're just gonna. Fucking
I feel like I'm
wing it.
taking fucking
I
crazy
don't wanna,
pills.
like,
What do you
slam
mean
into the
use the
fucking-
fucking hatch?
I can see the ground. It's fine.
I can't.
I don't care.
Are we there?
Can you give me any more? More?
Wait, I can see. I can see. You're
Stop.
good. Yeah. Lower.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, we're good.
And we're on the ground.
Okay, where's the damn flare gun? Give me the damn flare
Okay,
gun.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
well,
yeah.
we gotta unfucking wince.
I already did it.
Can you get
Okay, we
scrap?
unwinced. Good.
It's
Okay,
on
okay.
Winch.
Scrap? Scrap?
We're good.
Wait, someone
Um,
get the fucking
I
gun.
have the gun.
We have guns.
Okay.
But
Me
we
and
didn't
this
die.
top one.
We didn't die here last time. We went another
There's
trip,
yeah,
right?
we did.
No,
Hold on.
did we?
I think
Yeah, this
we
is
Grabbing
exactly where we
scraps.
died.
It was
Yeah, this is
further.
where we died,
Wait,
yeah, he
wait,
just
wait for
spawned
me.
next to
Wait
us.
for
Right,
me.
guys, stop. There's two nuggets here. Hang on.
Nuggets.
Yeah, get the noogies.
Because
Where?
we were waiting for salad and then we died.
Over here.
Front left.
Yeah, over here. There's one more here. Where I am. Yeah, I was fucking stuck up on top and the leopard came and ate my ass. Yeah.
Oh,
Alright.
true. Maybe I just go
I'm
forward.
running on foot to get ready.
Oh, there it is! It's
There!
there!
Oh, I see it.
Oh my god.
Okay. Nice.
We're good.
Nice.
You guys wanna...
Just go to the
Oh,
fucking
garage.
checkpoint. Just go.
Holy shit, guys!
Don't risk it. I don't want another leopard showing up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pedal to the metal.
I guess what goes then, Ella?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Route 65.
Alrighty.
Oh shit, this was huge.
What was that, Tyler? Sorry?
Are you smoking your
Oh.
cigarettes?
Yeah, I was.
I don't know.
Damn,
I was
you're
faster
so
than
Somebody,
you.
can you pick me up,
I
Lippa?
was spamming it.
Get me out of here.
How did I catch up then? Just saying.
I don't know. He's
Wait,
UK speed.
Where
or
are you?
something.
Oh, I see.
Oh, we got another
Just a
controller.
better
I'm gonna put
speedrunner.
these chains in the.
No!
Ah!
Don't... Oh, don't put them on the wheels.
No. I'm putting it up here somewhere. Yeah, I'm putting it in the shelves.
Can we back out a bit so I can put stuff on top?
Yeah, I'll back up.
Yeah, I can. You
Does
want me to
anyone
back up,
I got it.
or this?
Yeah. Just want to be able to put some stuff on top of the thing. Oh, there's so much scrap here.
Oh shit! Yeah.
I'm kind of
It's like
scared.
fucking so. Oh yeah, that's fair.
Ooh, turbo fuel. Parappa.
Parappa. Okay, we have
Fuck yeah, no, I don't have
another.
a Leppa's hat anymore.
No,
Parappa. Hit block punch.
I slammed my penis in the car door.
Fucking...
Is that all we can put on here? Surely not.
Lotion.
I don't ever want to hear that noise again.
Do we not have any motor oil? No motor oil?
Maybe in the
No.
storage somewhere.
Yeah, I'm looking.
But also before
I only
long,
found a
noticed
bunch of
urgents
nitro.
Oh, you can actually put the jack
Yeah,
in
something I
the
couldn't understand,
cabinet.
and I wasn't about to stick around
Oh,
to find
nice.
out what-
That's
Didn't
good.
we have an extra wheel somewhere?
Yeah, it's on the back.
Not that I remember.
Well, we had one on top as well. It's just disappeared.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, do we have
What's
any
that?
grills?
Sunlight, Richard.
Any grill?
But then before long, I
Oh, it
found
wasn't a
out
wheel.
she
It was the
store
fucking
with an old
tube.
lady in a
Never
shop,
mind.
And you wouldn't believe what she was selling.
Twas
I
the
have
tube.
nuggets. I guess
There
I'll
were
eat
bloody
that.
chicken feet hanging all over.
They're like a full heel.
Man, I should have just died and have you res me, I guess. Oh well. Nuggets are good.
That
Let me
only
go.
gives you like half.
Fucker.
Ah.
Ow.
Thought maybe there was something on top of the building here.
Yo, we good?
Oh, the garage?
Hang on 1 second.
Nah, it doesn't look like it.
I'm bringing
I'm
this
gonna
nitro
adjust the,
inside.
All right, I'm getting in.
It's surely gonna be safe, right?
What it was that I wanted.
No, don't. Oh
I
God.
said that I was told that I could show my ex-band.
No nitro in?
off their
Okay,
way.
I'm gonna take it outside.
That they kicked me
I
from
mean,
the
maybe it's
band
fine.
When they shouldn't have. That they didn't recognize my
Damn
style.
radio.
A good driver.
It's worth testing
Hey,
it.
could help.
Man, we're almost
Just
fully
a lot of
repaired.
repair stuff.
Damn.
I'm gonna grab the nitro and just run along with the truck, okay? So it doesn't blow
Sure.
up. Alright, let's leave salad and go.
Where's he?
Where is salad?
I'm here.
Are you in the toilet?
Here.
You fuckers. No,
Oh,
I
see
was
him.
off exploring. I'm behind. You guys are driving off without it. My friends.
What happened at Dante's Inferno? I don't know, man. Maybe. What do you think happened?
Social streamer.
I stopped playing it and I'm playing Are We There Yet? What do you mean, what happened?
Wins. Wins.
I'm starting to think this.
I
is the
can't really
direction.
see anything.
Let me take a look.
Well, open your eyes.
Yeah, just to the left. Down left. A little
Alright.
bit.
Alright.
Oh, look at this nice.
There's items in front here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Motor oil, I think?
Let's check them out.
What is that?
Don't worry, guys. I'll be there soon.
Oh. Faster. Good for you.
Where's this? Oh, we got a res. Nice. And some burgers.
Did you have your noodles last night, by the way?
Yeah, I did. But they weren't as, like, spicy, thank God.
Oh, okay.
So no, I didn't get any Ring of Fire.
No Ring of Fire today.
No.
You should try the curry ones next time you buy some.
Yeah, I should.
Alright. Pretty easy. Just down.
Oh yeah,
It's
there's
like over
nothing
here,
blocking
right?
us.
Yo, shit.
Yoshi go leg day.
Damn, this is super chill.
Yeah, it's
What's up
nice.
with
It
the
looks
geyser?
really. It's a geyser.
Yes. It's like a hot geyser right here.
Oh.
Oh, hot guys. Interesting, I see.
Oh.
See?
Wow.
Damn. Impressive.
Oh, that is a lot of wooden planks. What the hell?
Is this
Like
just straightforward here? I guess so, right? Or?
It's over here, I
Into the
think.
We
right.
have a nail gun, right?
Oh. Okay.
Over here.
Yeah, we have a nail go. Oh no.
Yeah. UK bridge. Go. Start. Start now.
Oh, shit.
Okay, okay.
Why can't
Wait,
I?
I need.
What am I
oh,
stuck on?
fuck.
I'm stuck on
UK
something.
bridge.
See, the
Dude,
problem with these bridges.
Your back
Is-
end is stuck.
Dude, it's a fully level. Oh, how do you get
No,
stuck?
no. You don't understand.
How?
I'm not talking to you, Salad. I'm looking at Ella here.
Oh, okay.
How is that? How am I? Oh, there we go.
Fully level.
The problem with this is that it's like you need two people to make a bridge.
Right? Yeah. We're four
Because-
people
All
though.
of a sudden.
Yeah. Like when you place like a wooden plank down, it'll go down vertical, and then you like either have to time it and pick it up yourself, or have someone place it for you, and then you do it. You know?
Okay.
Right? I mean, just.
I
I mean,
it
just
should be
just
easy.
do it when it's horizontal.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
Okay.
you put it too
Wow,
far to
sick.
the edge. I couldn't. I can't. I
well,
I
there's a
can't
lot of planks,
put it
it's okay.
into nothing.
Okay, my bad. My bad.
Well,
Hey, that's.
I mean, that
a
one
bit
just wasn't
tilted,
placed straight.
but-
That one. That just wasn't placed very straight.
Okay. We'll do one. Gosh, I don't even know. Should we do one in the center too?
Oh, you got this one, Ella.
I
You got this one, Ella.
I got this one. I got this one. Trust.
All right.
Dude, I didn't realize. Okay, listen. That was the warm up. No one cares about the warm up. One more. I got this. I got
Bro, he's fucking Garfield
this. I
cartoon
didn't
bridge
realize. I didn't
building.
realize there was like a. That's
Okay.
alright.
Yeah, that
Well,
was
I
decent.
mean, that's not bad, yeah.
That's alright.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, should we just do 3 just for safety? I don't know.
Yeah.
well, yeah.
I mean, we need to build another one on top of this one, right?
Or we
Yeah,
could
there's
just
absolutely
do.
no fucking way that this is.
Should we do it here? Like,
Well, maybe it'll reach.
Yeah, I think you might be able to reach it, and we can just nail it on the other side.
Oh yeah, maybe we
Hang on,
just,
let me like just in case.
let's just do it from
my
here,
God,
right?
this.
All right.
Doesn't that
yeah,
make more
do it.
sense? All right, I'm dropping it.
Yeah.
I think so.
Ooh.
Well,
Um.
I mean, I can take it out and put it back in. Hang on, watch this.
Oh,
A little closer.
a little bit more.
Wow. A little bit more.
What?
Guys,
Perfect.
What?
trick.
Oh,
It's a trick?
Yeah,
What?
trick.
What do you
me
mean?
is a trick.
I was wondering why they give us so many planks. There's another bridge over yonder. We need more planks.
Oh, yeah.
So
Can't
don't
we
throw
just like drive down this mountain and up there?
Fuck.
Like we drive down here?
planks.
Probably.
Why don't we just do that?
Sure.
Yeah, I think you can.
Sure. Oh, there's a yellow hat here. Sweden.
Sweden?
Okay.
Bro heard
Right,
it and
this,
just.
let's see here.
You heard the goal.
Yeah,
of
you
his people.
reverse. Hold, yeah, you just go. Yeah, keep turning like that. Keep turning like that. Keep turning, keep turning, keep turning, keep
So what,
turning,
is it
keep
a
turning,
gimmick?
and
Papa?
straight ahead. Straight ahead. Now I think this. Yeah, you want to go up there. Yeah, you
I
see it.
can't. I have the nail gun. Nail things.
Okay. Nice.
Fuck you mean I'm gonna run the nail gun? I'll fucking shoot you in the head with it. You know, that was too far. I'm sorry. That was too far. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Gaser. Oh, Gaser.
It's okay.
Run.
Oh.
I'm gonna wait for this one.
Oh. Oh, we don't need more planks.
Fine.
Nah, this is, well,
Oh,
nah,
what
this
the-
is fine.
You're good. It's all good. Chilling, or
Is this
Okay.
Oh.
Can I
There
go?
is a geyser right here. And there.
do we nail
I
these?
think.
Can I go forward?
No, don't nail
well-
them because we need to switch.
You can go forward a
Ones
bit.
in
We need
the
to see how
back.
Yeah,
far
you can
away
go
we
forward.
can. I would say, yeah, move that one over so we're away from the.
You can go forward. Yeah.
I think
Let's see.
Little
now
more.
then.
maybe bring your left tires over to this side.
Oh,
Oh.
that's why you need to nail it.
Oh.
I mean, could I not just
Yeah.
send it right now?
But we need another plank for the next bridge, though.
Well,
No,
we can,
use this one.
you can unfingy
We
them
need
as
to,
well.
we just
Oh,
need
yeah,
to,
right.
okay, just go a little
Am
bit
I-
to the left this.
Yeah,
think
that's,
you should be
that's
fine,
Better.
yeah.
More. More.
A little bit more to the left.
No?
A
More.
little bit more.
More.
That's good.
Yeah, a little bit more.
No, it's not.
I mean,
more.
I could. Yeah, this is. This
More.
looks
Yeah,
good
that's
on
better.
the-
That's
this
better.
one.
Yeah.
Still more?
Okay, now
You're
you
good
can
on
go.
both sides. Yeah. No,
Yeah, you're good. Just go.
Oh my god. I'm just
What?
going. I'm just going.
Fuck. Yep.
I'm
Yep,
ran
yep,
over.
yep.
It's over.
Vince! Vince!
We're okay.
Wait.
I think.
No, he's not. Oh!
Shit.
I don't know what's
okay,
happening.
Put the handbrake in. I'm stuck under the bus.
Anybody got the
I can't. I'm
nail
stuck under the bus.
gun? I got
Who
you.
has
Hold
the
on.
nail gun? Okay.
I do. Grab it.
Okay. Wait.
Thank you.
Okay. Do we need? Okay, there's nothing. Okay, I'm good here. You have to back up a little bit, this.
It's me now.
Wait.
Yeah, just go.
Oh,
just
okay.
forward now.
Oh my god.
Listen, I don't feel
Right, just
comfortable
full
going
send?
forward.
Full send.
Yeah, full send. Fuck
Alright.
it. Go.
No problem.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Woo!
Oh,
Oh,
I see
scrap.
I see scrap.
Tons of scrap.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh
right
wow,
here.
nice. Okay, let me put this in the put this back in the thing. We have 9 good
Dude,
for
we got
I'll start
14
repairing.
scrap.
Okay, we don't have room for this. It's fine.
14.
Ow. My fucking head dick.
Yes, I'll drive.
He's gone. It's over.
I'm fine. I
He's
mean,
gone.
yeah, I'll. Yeah.
Yeah.
Skull.
Pick me up.
Pick him up. I was trying.
This game's way too easy.
Yeah, it's very easy
It's
now.
sus.
Yeah, we
got
totally
past
didn't
the
spend.
nitroglycerin part and nothing.
Oh.
Anybody
stopped
check
us.
the
For
map?
full armor. God damn.
I can't read.
Nice.
We need some motor.
Ah,
oil.
damn!
Where the fuck even are we?
RV.
Oh, there's a ton oh, is this checkpoints?
Oh, nice. Wait, so
Oh, this is
we're...
so easy.
We're 1, 2...
I'm Vince polling.
I have no idea how to read this fucking map.
Oh, more
We have
scrap.
4 Vinces. Oh shit, what is this?
Nice.
We have all our tools.
There's a
right?
giant golden
Oh my
statue
God.
here.
We have one of those in Wigan, but it's of a naked guy.
There's a repair machine here too. You have a naked
Oh.
golden statue in Wigan?
Yeah, this is a big golden statue of some dude stark bollock naked. Don't know why, but we do.
I'm not sure this is like a jump. Chill, in case you need speed.
Can we get that repair
Oh, there's
thing?
scrap on the...
I'll throw it up
fuck.
to you.
Do you just full send this?
Okay.
I feel like it would work with turbo.
Maybe?
I believe
No,
it.
you probably lose some like
Easy.
stupid speed for these tiny little bumps.
Nah, with turbo?
Is there anything else worth grabbing down there?
I don't know, but I can't get back up.
Oh.
Whoa, there's like a huge stairway down
Can you
here.
throw me the Vince and maybe Vince me?
Wait, where?
Does that work?
Coming.
Like over here.
I
Oh,
think so.
I see. Going through the mines of Mario? What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Let me reset it.
Oh, yeah.
I
God damn
say
it. It's
you
so
just-
bouncy.
Well,
Just
we
like let it go a
full
little bit. God
Okay.
damn it.
all right. I'll just drop it.
I kind of want to get the stuff over there.
You got it? All right.
Thank you.
On the platforms?
Can you
Really?
attach it?
Yeah.
There's a Finnish hat
This
over
is-
there.
Oh my god, I can't get in the
Pull
fucking
me?
car.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
there is a Finnish hat.
Yeah, I see that.
I need
Do
it,
we
I need it.
have...
Pull me.
There's are the planks here?
Lepa needs pulling.
Yeah, I'm trying. I can't get in the
I'll get the
fucking
remote.
car.
Oh,
I'm pulling. Oh wait, I'm on the rear. There you go.
Jesus Christ. Wait, Ella. Go get one of the nail guns.
why don't
Well,
I just
we'll
throw
just-
you to the platform?
Because, you know what, you can throw at Leper. You can get his hat, I guess, then. Yeah, sure.
Dude, this is so fucking
Yeah.
troll. Holy shit. Why?
Yeah.
It's a bit risky.
Oh, so it's risky when it's
Oh my
Leper,
God.
is it? I see.
Yeah,
Dude!
But, yeah. It's the Finnish god gamer, you know?
Exactly, so he should easily know how to do it.
That's true.
I've never seen people struggle to get into a,
Listen,
Dude, this is some
No, no,
bullshit.
no, no, no,
You
no,
don't
no,
even
no,
know,
no, no.
man.
Wait. Leper!
how do you get into the damn... Oh, there we go. Okay.
Wait, Leper, what's
here,
on those
sell it.
next to you?
Wait, how did he get over
I think
there?
it's motor oil and
I
something
don't-
else. Some beer.
I know there's like
Do
3
you want
scrap
me to
up
nail
there
the
as well.
plank?
Yeah, you might as well give it a gander,
Yeah.
right?
Nice.
Right, okay, well, my teammate's fucking useless. The silence says it all, frankly. I don't know what to tell
It
you.
was the second warm-up, alright?
What do you mean the second warm-up?
Yeah!
Fuck's sake.
Second warm-up!
Right, here's your third warm-up.
Okay. Watch this. This is gonna be the perfect plank. You've never seen a better one. Watch this.
It's true, I've never seen a better one, because I've never seen one.
Hi, Lepa.
Bro, that's more tilted than your
Jump
TV.
dog. Jump dog. Well, none of them are tilted, so...
What do you mean?
Oh, shit.
Bro,
one.
it's like a 45-degree angle. Well, hang
Oh,
on.
shit, how do I get back up?
Ah, see, we'd know that if you hadn't have,
Here, yo, catch the nail gun.
oh, yeah, that's gonna work, is
Holy
it?
shit.
What the fuck? What
What?
did you do?
Yo, the geyser's fucking OP.
No, I saw you go flying.
Yeah, I fucking launched myself
nail gun
back up.
incoming.
But I don't nail gun. I'm just gonna bring this. I can't. I had this. I couldn't hold it.
Teammate.
Don't you fucking start with me. After what
I
you've
thought you
just
wouldn't
done.
catch the plank.
What are you guys doing?
I can't because I had this. Well, our nail gun's down there thanks to someone.
But I can drop down and get it. We have another
It's
nail
just
gun
lump-
anyways. We have too many.
Wait. Fuck. Oh?
I'm going down.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean that works, I suppose.
Now, what's over there,
we
Ellen?
got
you
motor
make
oil for the
that?
engine. Catch?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
Catch?
Oh, he actually got.
Oh my god.
I got him.
burgers? Catch?
Well, you didn't even fucking throw them at us. Then you threw them at the.
It's a bit of a low throw. It was.
That was a low throw. Well, we have to go down there anyway because our one of our nail guns is down there
Yeah,
also.
but we only need one nail gun. Okay, I'm gonna test
How the
something.
fuck-
I'm gonna go
But
down.
we need 5 burger.
You're so baddest.
You just have to hold W into the invis wall, apparently.
There's no invisible wall.
Oh, that works. Wow.
That's good.
You
Where's
good down
the
there,
boot
bud?
meter?
Got it.
You got it? Nice.
I wanna get
So
blasted.
take cost money. Yeah,
I
let's
might
get
die.
Well, I'll
here.
blast you. Well, you guys. I mean, that works, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
Fly
We're good.
further up.
Well, because you both stood it at the same time, so you bounced into each other.
Oh.
What the fuck?
I need
You
to
can't
eat.
drop
I'm,
this.
I'm
So the
bored.
thing is,
thing is,
what do we do? Have you guys checked out what's coming up? Because I think we can full send it with nitro, but if it doesn't work, we're gonna have to grab all this again.
where's the other
What if-
grill?
What if we
Is there two
perfectly
grills?
line up two nailed
There
flanks
was.
and then just have a slightly further thing to jump off of with the turbo?
Could do that.
You're the
but
one.
I don't
Des,
know
who
if
was
it's
cooking
actually
last time.
needed.
Where did you
though.
put it?
I don't think it's needed.
Well, the grill,
Well, it's more
like,
so I'm just worried of
it's
the
a one-time
damage,
use,
'cause
isn't
if we
it?
go too far, we're gonna fling
No.
over and explode.
no?
You
No,
know?
you can just put it back up.
I think it
Won't
just
go
fell
too
out.
Far. No way.
Oh. Wait,
I mean, we
No,
only need
I
one.
believe
that
in
all the
you.
burgers?
Let it be known if this fucks up, Ella owes us 15 minutes of our lives. Just saying.
No. I need the assessment of the
Anyone
other
else need
companions.
Burger?
No, I'm good.
Salad.
Salad. Planks?
What?
Let's do your plank idea then.
All right, wait. What's the
Oh,
plan here?
okay.
Look at this.
So-
We need to get over there.
Ella's
kinda
plan
feel
was
like
to
we
just
should
full
just
fucking
turbo.
send this with a turbo.
Yeah.
Yeah, turbo
God.
full send. That's what I said.
Well, okay. Maybe we put
know
like
what?
two
Fine.
planks and then we full send off the planks,
yeah.
just for that extra little bit of.
Yeah.
Get the plank salad. Trust the
Yeah.
nailer.
I'm not so much worried about the distance we're gonna
Full
cover.
send?
I'm
I'm
also
going.
worried about
No.
No.
We need the turbo.
I'm also worried about the potential, like if we go too far,
How would we go too far?
you know.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know. I feel like maybe like I don't know.
It's fine.
I don't know
I
how
think
far the
it's fine.
turbo's gonna send us. I don't know what the
What
fuck
is-
Leopard's doing either. All right, okay,
Alright,
hang
let's
on.
drop
Alright,
this
you ready?
shit.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, yeah, it's a bit.
okay,
down,
take it out.
but, you
Take it
know.
out. Take it out. I'll do it again.
You know what? Let's
It was
just.
green.
I think
I
we should just
pressed on
fucking.
green.
I think we just go. I think we just send it.
No, this is nah. It's fucking scum. I pressed on
My
green. I
Swedish
have both.
streamer.
I
My
have both
Swedish
approved.
streamer. My Swedish. Leper, let me in the cunting truck. I'm gonna
Leper!
fucking.
Set it up.
I'm gonna kill him IRL.
God, oh my
I'm
God.
gonna
setting
kill him
it
IRL.
up.
Oh God. Okay.
Stop
I'm
closing the
actually
fucking
setting it
door.
up.
Okay, that's good.
Okay,
right here.
All right.
I'm setting
There we go.
it up.
All right, let's go.
Okay, I'm ready with the turbo
ready?
whenever.
Go ahead.
I'm
All
sitting
right,
down.
turboing.
I'm sitting down.
Wait, I'm
Full
inside you.
send
Oh.
it. Woo! See, that was so free. Except,
Well,
That was what I was worried about.
it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. It's
Well, you
okay.
said
Wait,
you didn't
wait.
tell me to brake. You just said full send.
I can't
We're
stand
good?
up because I'm inside. I can't stand up because I'm inside Outlaw.
all right, wait for me. Wait for me.
No.
Wait, I can't stand up either. Wait, why did you sit down here for?
I was here before you.
Hold
I
on,
have
wait,
VOD.
wait for me.
No, I sat down and no one was
No,
on.
no. I have
Oh my
VOD.
God.
We got the fucking sit down glitch now, so we're both stuck.
Finally, God.
Can we?
Men can do the work.
Shut up. I think you can
what
just
is
pick us
this?
up
No, I can't. Yeah, no, you're cooked.
Oh, hang on.
Oh,
Let's
this
see if me
fucking
leaving
glitch.
fixes it.
Yuck.
though.
Doing good,
I'm just gonna
Lepa?
go. This is
Yeah.
Oh,
fun.
I'm up.
Watch out for the geyser,
I'll
though.
wait for the
Damn,
gaze.
this
the
gator.
geyser.
I'm gonna go check.
All right, go for
Well,
it.
obviously it's up here.
What
the
Hi,
fuck?
Salad.
I just got launched. Let me see where you're going after this.
Oh,
Yeah, just
fuck.
over here, straight forward.
Somebody,
And then,
somebody could
I'm not
repair,
so
just
sure.
saying.
There's a nail gun and a bunch of
I've been
planks
trying to get
here.
rid of this damn Flipatronic.
Oh. Wait, there's plenty of different...
Can you repair the ladder, Lepa?
Flip it. Sure thing.
Thank you.
Are we supposed to... Well, I think we'll go straight ahead and then up the thing. Fuck it, I got this.
Oops. God damn it.
Ow!
Yeah, where the heck do we go
Fucking
here?
sit somewhere else.
We skipped the Mines of Moria loot.
Yeah, we did.
Mine?
I can't nail here, I think. Well, I should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was like a massive set of like things and stuff down there. I'm gonna go check.
No, I can't nail here. It's red.
Oh, we're so far away. Never mind. Fuck that.
I'm gonna be right back. I gotta do the thing.
Does-
If
do
you,
the
Ella, if you
planks
put it
float in the
flat,
water?
Why is your volume so loud after rejoining? This game's so scuffed.
I don't know. If you lay it down this way, Dist, you can attach other planks to it.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
Wait, lay down what?
I see what you mean.
If you lay it down like this, you can then attach other planks to it.
Right, yeah, makes sense. Okay.
That's gonna be giga scuff, but I mean. it
Yeah,
might
yeah, no,
work.
we got it. No. Fix it.
Hold on, I gotta put it.
Yeah.
That's better.
Well, yeah, that should do actually. Just to be really quick with it. You ready?
Yeah.
You know what? That one's not that bad.
Yeah, it works.
I mean-
it works.
It's a little scuff, but it works.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
I got it. There you go. Wait, let's. Hang on.
can we-
We should line up the truck first.
This
can, like,
geyser is
see-
a little sus, but I guess it's fine.
yeah, but we can.
Oh my god, what am I doing?
Fuck.
It's all right. We got planks. That's
Sorry, I got it. Is there another one down here?
I'm waiting for the
No.
geyser.
Oh!
That
That's
one
like-
was perfect.
Oh, more or less perfect.
That's
Wait,
all right.
Maybe take this
Can I
one out a
Maybe
little
pick
bit.
this
yeah.
one back up a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll fix this
Like,
one.
just take it out, and then insta. Well, not insta. Put it back.
Yeah,
like, wait
yeah.
a tiny bit and then put it back.
I'm
in.
just waiting for this.
Well.
Oh, scuff.
Yeah, we're gonna have to fix that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm removing it.
All right. Okay. Ready?
Yep.
It's the same as last time, more or less.
Yeah, I mean, whatever.
I feel like
It's
that's,
fine,
I
yeah,
feel
I
like that's
mean, it
actually
is.
okay.
It's better than it was. All right.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm
where do
gonna.
I stand?
Okay. I'm gonna.
Okay, this is fine.
Maybe there. Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Nice.
Not bad.
It's all right. Let me come
It's
over.
like almost.
Okay.
All right.
Well. Oh my god.
I think it kind of
No
works.
wonder- do Do you work at IKEA or something? Man, that's crazy.
Do we need to go even further?
Believe it or not, I never
I
have.
think we do.
I think we can. Yeah, but we could grab another. but I don't think we
let me check.
Can we go under the water
There's
or
like-
do you die?
can. Your engine starts
Underwater,
taking
I
damage
think.
because it's underwater.
What if? Well, that one might be a little stuffed because of the height difference. I don't know.
I mean, I can fix it. There we go.
For fuck.
One
well, we
more
do
plank
have an
and we're
extra
good.
couple planks. I
Okay.
made sure to put some on the car.
Oh, there's a bunch more right here.
What? Okay,
Why don't you
nice
drop
game.
it from here?
Well, because I wanted to line it up properly so I can, like, see if I can get it on the edge.
Ah.
Well, I mean, probably better to do that, I guess, yeah.
Alright, I'll drop it.
Oh, you got it, this.
I mean,
I mean,
that works.
not terrible. I think this
It's
could
not
work,
awful.
to be honest. And then we just gotta go straight ahead on it when the geyser is done.
Yeah.
Fuck it, we drive? The
My
fuck?
god, this.
What's going on with this?
I'm trying to
This,
get
you ready for
in.
this? Watch. Watch this, man. Fuck. You opened the door on me!
I did.
You fucker.
Dude, what is wrong with my game? Like, why can I not?
Wait, hang on. Let me go, like, line you up, I guess. Hang
Yeah,
on.
I'll go outside.
Yeah.
All right. You're looking pretty good right now, Ella.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're looking pretty good.
Keep going
Just
forward.
straight
Maybe
ahead.
wait until the...
Get to like the planks, then we can readjust if
All
we
right.
need to.
Yeah.
Maybe a tiny bit. No, that actually I think that's okay.
Yeah.
I'll just go after the next one.
Yeah. You could probably just full send this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go after the next one.
Okay.
Like, if you like line yourselves up with me and Dis stand on either side, just like line yourselves up with us, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna go now.
Do it. Oh no.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Okay.
Oh, dear.
Don't worry, I believe in the geyser. Trust. It's fine, we're not taking any damage. You know what you can do? Vince.
Winch.
Vince. We have plenty of Vince.
All right, grab the
Wait,
remote.
we can just do it to this Dis.
Wait. How's it looking? We're good?
It worked?
Kinda.
Oh.
As long as we're not
We
in
could-
the water, we're good.
We could probably...
Hey, go grab the remote, Sal. Or I'll grab the remote.
Oh, okay. I mean, it went almost well.
Yeah, almost. I mean, we didn't take any damage, so we're good. We go to the right and up the hill now, I
Okay,
guess?
we're on. We're good.
Oh, shit.
What the fuck? Bro,
You
I will
okay?
release.
what the fuck, man? You sent me flying.
Do I just go
Wait, where
over
is
to the other
way
stone?
out?
There's kind of like a gap in between, but
There is.
yeah, it's like a tiny gap.
Yep. I think we have to... Maybe we can use 2 normal planks on it.
Yeah, good,
Yeah,
maybe.
I'll
I
go grab.
don't think you could make...
Oh wait, there's a winch pole here. I'm just gonna use one of these.
Yeah, we could just winch it.
Probably, yeah.
I'm guessing we're supposed to go up that giant hill there.
I mean, I think we need to bring some planks anyway, so I'm just going to bring a couple.
Yeah, do it.
All right, I'm gonna grab this other pole.
And then...
I'll drive.
All right, I'm pulling.
Kai.
I'm going.
Okay.
Nice.
Wait, what's to the left? We're not supposed to go to the left, right? Or are we?
Let's just
No, I
our
think we are.
passenger.
Oh shit.
We're Ubering
Yeah, it's like a
Ella.
map?
really
Or
long
Ubering
way.
Leppa.
I can't read that thing. I have no idea.
Okay. Oh shit, you might be right though. I think it is left.
Yeah.
But to
What's
what?
that sound?
There's like sounds like
Did you
a
hear that?
snake.
Jesus.
Yeah. What the?
Well, I think you can drive forward
Oh,
here.
I see.
Hi, Leppa.
What up?
It's one of these thingy ones where you have to like be really careful and drive slowly along the
What
path
if
it's given
What
you.
if we just like turbo?
Oh, can I go to you?
Yeah, go forward.
No.
Go forward.
No,
Oh,
you can't turbo. You'll
To the
fucking
left?
fly off.
No, 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 not.
Why-
No, stop.
Why not?
You're tilted. You're not on the road. You need
I'll
to go.
go
You
straight.
need
I mean, if you
a
go
little bit to
forward
the
so I
left.
get up?
Adjust here, and then
Yep.
forward. Good. Go. You can't stop
Forward?
there. Yes. Stop.
There's
Left.
a rock
Good.
right there though, but it's fine.
Okay, stop. Little
Yep,
left.
We're good.
It's
Little
here.
left. Forward. Forward a bit more. Can you see from down
Yo,
there, this?
I can
It's
see.
going really sketchy.
Okay, forward a bit more.
Oh wait, our car is. You gotta go forward, Ella. You gotta go forward. Okay, that's good.
Oh, you're
yeah,
taking
and-
damage. You gotta go.
Okay, now,
no,
now
we're
then,
good
where
now,
do I
we're
go?
Here.
We're good.
Okay.
I'm gonna put them.
Forward, and then when you get to the geyser, you
gotta-
turn right a little bit.
Okay, I go to Leppa's island there. Okay. Do we
Yeah,
have any
yeah, yeah.
motor oil?
Yeah. Oh, we're taking damage.
again. There we go. I fixed it.
Okay. As
All
soon
right,
as this
I'm
is
going.
done, yeah.
Yeah.
Go forward a bit before you turn right towards Leper, though.
Yeah.
Like now, turn right. There you go.
Good.
Alright.
That's
Left.
You gotta go
terrifying.
further up. We're taking damage.
All right, going. We're good.
Yeah.
I think Leper.
Dude.
It's
dude.
straight ahead and then right.
Is it not by the trees and
I
then
think you need
left?
to go. Oh, do we not go here?
I think
No, that's where we
do.
came from.
Wait,
more
what?
or less. Wait, is it?
No.
No.
I thought we go. Oh, I know we do go. Do we go that way?
No.
No, there's no way. It's
Here.
that way. Because I can see
no,
the gas
you're-
station over there.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! There's a fucking snake, man.
So we go straight forward towards where Leper is, and just before you hit the trees, we need to go right, like hard right,
Okay, but then what
You
after
need to
that?
go
Because I can't
towards-
stop.
onto
here.
the rock.
The-
Like you
There's
just
a rock.
when you reach those trees in front of us, you need to turn like literally 90 degrees right, and then go to
Yeah.
the rock on our right.
Yeah. From this geyser,
Yeah?
geyser, right here.
Hold on, let me see. I need to leave the.
Yeah, come
Oh,
up top and
there,
look.
that rock. Okay, I see.
Can you see the entire thing from down there? Because if you come up on
Can't
top
see
of the truck, you can see like come to the top of the truck, you can see like the entire thing.
Pick me up.
What
I'm
the
jumping
fuck
in
are
the front.
Oh.
Thank you.
Do you see what I mean?
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is easy. Yeah, it's easy. I'm going.
Okay. I don't even think you need to touch the geyser either.
I'm not sure, but I'm not risking it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just we can tell you where to go as you're going. Right. Stop, and then keep going forward. Nice.
Okay.
And then, bro,
Oh,
he's looking onto
checkpoints
the
over
side
there.
of the
Okay.
map.
You gotta go towards.
Do we not have
like,
any more
me
motor oil?
here. No, I don't. Well, let me double check.
Yeah, you gotta go towards.
I don't think we do.
You go
This?
towards where Dist was.
Can I see what this looks like real quick?
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah, okay, there's a road there. Okay.
I can't fully see.
It's
like,
not that deep, right? That road?
I don't know. I mean, I can check. I can walk in it.
Okay, then I should be fine just driving right there. I'll try.
Okay, it gets deep here.
And there's
So like
the
here you
geyser.
can stop. Yep. A little left. A little bit.
Alright.
Forward a bit more, and then start turning right.
Towards you?
Yeah, towards me. Well,
I can't drive. I think my ass is
oh.
A fucking mine in the water.
Oh yeah, the back of the car's fucking stuck. I know, I can't get a fucking axe thing.
See if I could find any
have
motor
motor
oil.
oil.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I have motor oil. Premium motor oil.
Well, we have a lot of scrap. Wait, you can just do an insane speedrun skip here. What the fuck? Well, if we die, we could... You could totally skip the entire water. %100%. How? What do you mean how? You jump across and then you just drive here. Because you could just jump here, and assuming you don't go down, even if you do go down, you could just drive up this way. Yeah, I think Lepa got the motor oil. The lads are doing great. I'm gonna look around here. Antidote. Tires. Oh no. I wonder, like, can you set off these mines?
Forward right, try a little bit.
No, dude, I'm getting we're not taking any damage.
Okay, keep gonna go forward right a little bit. Maybe we can like
What's
unhook
to my
ourselves.
left? Is it death?
Yes, in full death.
Dude, yeah, dude, it keeps turning me to the left when I try to go right.
Fuck.
I might need
maybe...
to... Vince!
Oh yeah, this, can you like towards where you are, because we're stuck on the tree.
Yeah, the tree is, like...
Hold on, I'm
destroying
attaching.
me.
Can we still get past that?
Does anybody have a
Dude,
remote?
If anything, we just fucking boost.
Vince further. Dude, I think you could have just vinced over here.
It's alright, we got it.
Time is of the essence, Leper.
Nice. Oh, that's good. Okay, now what? What do I do now?
Now we just go forward
a little bit.
right? Or towards Lepa?
Yeah, just straight towards Leper, I think.
Yeah,
Like,
there's
the
a
road
Vince
gets a
in the
little
way, I
thin.
think, though.
I reset it.
Oh,
Come on.
is it
We're
not?
taking damage, I gotta go.
Let's go.
Okay, forward. Oh, forward. Yeah, straight forward. We're
Okay, I'm stuck on the Winch. Oh, we're good. We're good. We're good. Yes.
Nice.
Okay, we're good. Nice. Nice.
I think we can go
Oh.
up the left instead
wait,
of.
what?
Oh yeah, we
I
can
can't
go
see
up left.
shit. Oh, we go up left.
Yeah, like
we can go up
90
left,
degrees to the
honestly.
left.
Yeah,
Okay, hold.
this seems fine. Oh, okay. All right.
We're
A
good.
little spooky. A little spooky. A little spooky.
So I just go up here.
I guess.
Oh, there's the checkpoint.
Let's take the top gear.
I'm not sure where we go from here. Maybe. Oh
I mean, we're just gonna Vince down.
I think we can just winch down. Yeah.
I think. Yeah, then
Do
we'd
I
have to
go
winch
up on this
down.
mountain here?
Yeah, go up this mountain.
I would
yeah.
say yeah if we want to
Alright.
winch down.
Yeah, wincing down should be. Oh fuck.
I can hit a turbo.
Fuck. I think I'm slipping. You gotta Vince. You gotta Vince. You gotta Vince. I'm slipping. I'm slipping.
Have you got the remote? They got to reset it again.
Okay, I
laptop.
put the park in. I put the park in. We're good. Oh my god.
There's no. Yeah. Fuck.
Why can't you just... Oh, shit.
There's nothing to wince to.
Well,
Don't
we
we
have a
have
million
Vinces?
poles.
Yeah, we should have a bunch.
Dude, we
Oh,
have
well,
a million turbos. Just turbo it.
Yeah, but then if we
What
go
the
flying
fuck
off
have you
the
done with
cliff,
this
we're
winch?
just gonna instantly die.
Yeah, we're gonna. Yeah, exactly. I don't want to turbo this.
No, no, no. Turbo, turbo.
All right,
No turbo.
Pussy.
I have the winch. I'll put it like
Beans.
right here, I guess.
Well, actually, yeah. If you
Wasting
winch
my
us to
beans.
here.
We
no,
have-
no, no,
there's
because
like-
if he winches us here, we can just winch our way down with the same one.
Yeah, but we don't want him to slide.
You know.
Beans.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
Well, I'm saying if you put it here and then we winch him up, we can winch him down with the same one.
Mhm.
Like on this side.
Beans.
Fucking shut the fuck up with the winch.
I'm pulling.
Nice.
Shit.
Keep going. Okay. Now, if you...
I put the parking in.
I'm gonna reset the winch. If we can get him to like
I
turn
think
around
just-
to
no,
here,
no,
sort
just-
of, we can.
Just attach it to the back and have him drive forward. Right?
Yeah.
True.
The
That should
fucking
work.
back one glitches out really weirdly though. Leopard, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, I don't know. Can you attach the back?
Where was I supposed to take it?
It's right here.
Where?
You walked past
What?
it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Ellen. Let's start inching off the ledge.
To the right. You're just down.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I was worried about it glitching out because sometimes the back one gets
Oh,
really
fuck.
weird.
Yeah, just
Okay,
go
no,
slow.
this looks fine though.
Drove over the winch. Yeah.
We might not even need the winch, to be honest, if you just go really slow. But, yeah, just...
Sorry, I'm smoking my cigarette, Lepo. I mean, perfect, I
down?
guess. Oh, there's a nail gun here.
So easy skip. Wow.
Yeah,
This
it was
last
really
part
easy.
is a bit of a.
Uh-huh.
My
Right on
front.
winch.
Can you push me maybe? Push me from under.
Yeah, we're at the max winch.
Ah!
Well,
Flapper.
did Lepa release it? Alright, I can fix this.
He may have done.
Here, Lepa,
Get a beer.
Sal, grab this.
You can't. Oh my fucking.
Beer.
He's thrown it so far!
Imagine we die now.
Here.
Oh my god. Wait, hang the fuck up. Let me just do this real quick.
Yeah, can you repair us from in there? No?
Yeah, I'm gonna repair.
Oh, Lepa. I had it perfect. Give me my flipper. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Alright, I'm going.
Flip this. Drive forward.
Don't squish me!
Stop.
Alright,
No,
easy.
stop.
There you go. We're just
We're
not good at
good.
games.
Good work,
Checkpoint
everybody.
6.
Checked equals
Nice.
points. Do we have any more fuel?
Oil?
Yeah, like
Yeah, we need
we're looking a
oil.
little grim.
Oh, a tape.
Let's see the map here. Where are we on the map?
All right.
Why have we got a firework in the cupboard?
Record this.
Are we there?
So, what's been happening? Well,
Yeah, we are.
instead of sticking around at the hostel, I've been coming out into the meadows a bit more. It's cold, but it's actually quite peaceful out here.
Looking good.
And the other day I went
mean,
back to the
this was like just
marketplace
a
to
whole
find that old
W for a little
Cronin chicken
bit.
feed stall again. See if I could learn
I'm gonna
more
hold
about the
W?
stall. But
It looks like a whole W angle.
I figured while I was in the marketplace, I could try shop around.
Wait, let me in.
But mate, it was weird.
I'm coming.
I found some gloves.
I am
went for
in.
Price tags. So I waved at the merchant.
We can go.
pointed at a pair of gloves.
I'm going.
But we have like
How much it was.
4 winches. Good
They
God.
said something
Yeah,
that
dude,
I
they're so
understood,
good.
of course. I didn't really know
There's
what
a
to
mine
do.
on our right.
But
Just
then
be
the merchant
careful.
wrote the price down on a piece of paper,
Mines?
and it seemed reasonable.
Well, there
so I
was. We
started
passed
pulling
it. Don't
out
worry
the
about
cash.
it.
Okay.
Get this. A complete
Hold the
stranger come up to
W.
me, puts his bloody hands on my wallet and push my money back in. I couldn't believe it. You
Listening
don't
to
come up to
lore.
a stranger and touch their bloody
We're
wallet.
almost there,
That's a bloody
innit?
death sentence where I'm from.
In it.
I
Two
yelled
more
at the man
checkpoints,
to get
right?
back, but he started gesturing
Yeah, I think it's 9
wildly like an
checkpoints, right?
absolute madman. At this
I have no
point,
idea.
was on
I heard
guard.
9, but I don't know.
I heard someone say
Crazy guy
8 the other
started
day,
yelling
so
at
I have
the
no
merchant,
idea.
And the merchant yelled back. It was utter chaos. He must have said something vile, because the look on the merchant's face was...
Engine's
I
gonna be a
mean,
problem.
the guy was pissed.
There's a mine on
It
our
was
right.
absolute
Careful.
Chaos. The
What the
crazy guy
fuck is
grabbed the
this
paper,
shit?
crossed the price
You
off,
just-
and
just
wrote
let
a
Lepa
lower
full,
price and showed it to me. And that's
Ooh.
I don't
what
think.
I think he actually negotiated
We could Vince
a
it.
lower price.
Could turbo
Drive
it.
the RV into the
Exactly.
middle.
Mate,
So
I
neither
couldn't believe
tire
it.
Wait, do I?
any
He
No.
started taking out my money again. Then the crazy guy put his hands on my
Simple
wallet
as fuck.
again, took out
Silly
his
Billy.
Fucking
own
lore!
wallet and paid for me.
There's snakes everywhere.
Did you not hear me?
No.
Did you not hear me? Hello? Hello?
Hi.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
What are you doing now? You're sending?
I don't know. Should I send it?
There
I
is
mean,
a gap right
We can
here.
guide you. We can guide you.
Alright, how am I looking?
Very
Looking
off
fine as
center.
hell today. Just,
Slap yourself sucking
you
his
just
dick.
go. Yeah, no, stop.
What the fuck?
What about now?
You need to. You need to. You need to.
Well,
Oops. You
I
need
think
to,
it's
like,
fine,
go
this.
just forward. Just forward.
Yeah, just like
forward like 1 meter. Sorry, 6 feet. Yes, and now go full left.
yeah.
Stop. No, 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 no. You didn't do
No,
it.
no,
You
no,
didn't-
no,
okay,
you're not
forward,
on.
Forward, 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 forward. Stop.
Oh my.
Stop, stop, stop.
I'm
Oh,
parked.
And now you
parked.
need to adjust left. Left. No, you just slow.
Left. You gotta go left,
now.
yeah,
Full
slight
left.
left.
Full left. Just a nudge. Okay,
Okay,
stop.
stop.
Full left.
Fucking Christ.
Left?
Nudge it full left. Oh God.
Yeah, nudge left.
You need
nudge
to go
left.
really left now, cause you're like
You're like
right.
literally,
is
yeah. So as we were saying, go more left a little bit.
You want to put?
You're like
you
you're
wanna-
back.
Maybe we just turbo it. You want to?
Dude, you're back. No, 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 no.
Do you need to turbo this? Can't you just like drive?
Your back right tire is like off. Is the issue?
Real?
Do I need to go
Yeah.
more left?
Like, yeah, you need
we
to go
could
more
just put
left.
a plank, yeah.
Okay, you're on now, but your back right tire is completely off. So go forward a tiny bit.
Why don't we just wince?
Alright.
Oh shit! Look at all the
Okay.
scrap down there.
Yeah, I know. There's also a leopard down there. I
A
think,
lep-
you're on now, so technically you could hold forward. I'm worried about the little hole here.
Wince?
Well, that's why we could turbo.
I could win.
Or wins.
You know what? If you want a turbo, fucking turbo. You turbo.
Should we turbo it?
Yeah, I'll fucking turbo it. Let's see. Where do we have turbo? Is it up here? Yeah, I got it. All right, you
Christ.
ready? Wait. Oh yeah, boost engine. Left click.
We've got to
All
go on
right,
a
I'm
journey to
gonna-
save Leper.
I'm
I don't think
boosting
we can
it.
save
This
one,
in
but-
3,
Alright.
2, 1.
Let's
Done.
go.
Jesus
Damn.
Christ. Wait, stop!
Oh,
Stop!
hell yeah.
We can't waste the boost.
All right.
No, we
get in.
gotta go back a bit because I need to go down into the thing. There's like 10
yeah.
scrap down there.
Yeah. I'll just winch you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, winch
This,
me
you're
down
on your
there.
own, by the way.
Mhm.
Yeah, our winch just left.
Bro. Come back here. Fucker. Get the fuck back here. We need to winch.
No, I don't think so. I'm coming.
No, we do.
You said
There's
to come
literally
back?
10 scrap and there's 10 scrap
Where's
and
Leper?
a leper down there. He's fucking dead down the hole. I'm trying to get him. This fucking guy. I'm bringing the truck back.
No, let me tell it. Let.
Oh, is it because I can't drive? That's fair, actually. Yeah, that's not fair. Yes,
Where's Lepa?
yeah. Shout from mine here.
Oh my god, wait, is Lepa like...
Oh, this is my teammate, dude.
Ooh, I got a nail gun.
Can you get a leper while you're down there?
Yeah. Wait, I see him. Lepa?
How the fuck did you get down there? Right. Stop.
Did that work?
GVV, you
Leper?
got me to wince?
Lepa, where are you?
Oh,
Oh, he
think
left and
fell
came
down.
back. He left and
Hey,
joined the
I'm
game
here.
again. That's
Oh,
cheating.
okay.
Well, I rezzed him.
No.
Right.
Your
Yeah,
right
oh.
of RV there is invalid.
Alright, well, I got all the scrap.
I need you guys to. I need you guys to wince me down there so I can also wince this back up.
All right.
I could also just leave and rejoin.
Just stop
whoa,
cheating.
Whoa. You stupid idea.
Fucking sick of
Well,
this.
you have to go down there, Salad, though.
You can grab me,
can't
I
bring
guess?
this down otherwise.
You can
Dude,
throw
you're
it,
not
you
gonna go
dumbo.
far enough.
No, we
Yeah.
are. Don't worry.
You're
You're
almost at
gonna-
max.
Dude, you can just throw
I
it.
can't do more now.
Okay, hang on. Move the truck forward a bit.
Alright, pull it.
Oh wait, pull it.
Bring her
I
up.
can't believe that worked. Bring her up.
This.
This is silly.
Hey, this is called saving your friend. All right.
True.
Oh, I'm stuck in the wall.
Holy
Oh god.
midair. Damn.
Help.
Oh, yeah.
Medium?
Right
I'm
into
like
the
Giga
wall.
stuck in the wall. Yeah. Oh, we're out.
Oh
we're
my
out.
god, that Vince is fucked. Look at the
Um,
winds on the mountain.
Oh, I just took
I
damage.
don't think we're getting back up. Okay, hang on. I have an idea.
Wait, we can
Right.
slide. Hold on. I got
I'm
this.
gonna-
Keep
okay,
pulling.
this-
Keep pulling.
Oh wait, it's working. Okay, it unwinds
This is-
itself.
This is. Oh no. Okay, what if?
This is
What?
not-
Okay, what if we? Oh Jesus Christ.
Oh, now
Okay,
you got
what
the
if we
wind
stop
stuck, yeah.
here a second? Stop here a second. Right, we're gonna dismount here and then let him do it again. All right.
Okay.
What did it? Oh my god. Okay.
Alright, grab it, buddy.
Reset your winch.
Should I
Okay.
reset the
Yeah,
wind?
reset it and throw it back down
Can
here.
you throw it back down here?
Here it comes.
This is the most scuffed thing I've ever fucking seen. No!
Alright, grab me.
Oh, you got it. Okay.
I'm putting
I'm
it-
ready.
Let's go.
Pull us.
This is so dumb. Stop swinging,
mean?
damn it! You're fucking up the
I'm
winds.
not swinging anything. I don't know what's happening.
It's pulling. It's going.
Yeah, it's working.
It's
working.
pulling.
The winch can't take 2 fatties. Yeah.
See, this is teamwork. This is teamwork.
It is working.
It's so slow.
We can make it quicker. Trust.
You should be able to start like sprinting soon. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, see?
Beautiful.
Reset the winch.
All right.
There's like
so
a
you
mine
guys-
somewhere here.
It's...
Owner's manual.
Wait, where did you go last time? Did you go this way? Yeah.
I don't know.
This is not the right way. What the fuck is
Wait,
this?
can you blow that? You can probably blow that.
You can blow this up, yeah. We don't have any nitroglycerin, though.
But there is... Maybe there's something above. Where's that sound?
I'll go check. You mean the
Why
backing
does that
up
sound like a
sound of the
tiger?
truck?
No.
No. No. There has to be something around here.
All right, yeah, got a bit more of the song.
The speedrun for this map is 4 minutes and 31 seconds.
Do you have nitroglycerin, Leppa?
I'm a bit out of town now.
There's nitro over there. We need it.
Over where? Yeah, we need it.
Is there a mine here?
There, yeah, on the
Yeah,
on
there,
the
I see
right.
it.
Found nitroglycerin. We
There's
found
another
nitro.
one over this hill, like straight ahead, though.
Where is it, Leppa?
Oh, are we gonna blow up that
over here.
ice?
We could try to. I mean, I don't really think it's...
All right, be
There's only
careful
one-
here,
there's
Ella.
only
You gotta
one-
go.
Yeah.
I would say. I mean, you could hug hard left. Yeah,
Yeah, you
that's
should be
good.
Fine.
Oh, I see it.
Salad.
Alright.
Behind the booth. Nitro.
And just go further down.
What about that
Okay.
ice
Salado.
cave? Cosmetic. I
Oh!
guess.
There's a
I
guy!
need some nuggies.
Is there a dude here? Oh yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I found Turbo.
Oh, my
Oh my
favorite.
God.
What do we do?
I
We
need
gotta
to,
give him something? We can't
Oh,
get past the gate.
the
We gotta
fuck?
give him something.
Can we blow him up?
Give him this.
No, no. I think what we need is behind the ice.
Wait.
The ticket. I'm gonna go check over here.
I pressed E on him and it lit up.
Do we need to give him a ticket?
Maybe? No.
That seems pretty reasonable.
There's a cave of hell over here.
There's a cup of tea here.
Oh,
I want to put this nitro
What is he
in the
yapping about?
car.
there's a king crown and a bunch of gear behind the ice.
I'm gonna repair as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, look, you can see it. You can see behind the ice here.
Oh, this. We're at the bonfire rando got another update.
Yeah, we don't need it.
I'm gonna put the cigarette in the toxic barrel. Can we just blow the guy up, maybe?
No, I don't think
Maybe
so.
we just drive through the gate.
That's
Yeah, we could try driving through the gate.
We could get
I
the
don't think it's
planks to
gonna
go
work,
over
though.
the thing.
Surely there's a gimmick. You have to like give him something. Probably behind the ice, maybe. But yeah, maybe
Ice?
we just plank over. Fuck it.
I don't know, I can just... I think it's just a guy.
Plank.
Yeah, fuck it. Plank over and we go.
All right.
Yeah.
Maybe just
Yeah.
a little bit of an adjustment right here. Is that good?
It looks good
Yeah,
to
I
me.
mean, oh no. It
no.
did
Oh,
no.
shit, is that a
oh
boat?
no.
Oh shit, is that a
Uh,
UFO?
Can
The
you-
entire backside of the truck is
You
now
need
dropped.
you need to go
Hold on.
grab.
Who's-
You need to grab the flipper, the flipatronic at the top.
Flipper? Okay.
Put the plank under the tire.
I think the flipper will work if you just
Uh,
flip the butt of the car.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Stop.
Gamers.
I mean, that almost worked.
Flip again. Flip again. Flip again.
Oh, for fuck.
Flip harder, UK man.
Shut the fuck up, Swedish man.
Flip.
I'll fucking flip you. I was
Okay, man, Garfield
flipping!
hair. Flip. Oh shit.
Well, that just sent us further back.
It's fine. It's fine.
Just gotta get the good angle on the flip.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
Flip.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so close. No, never mind. Wait.
That wheel,
No,
that
no,
wheel. Oh
no.
my God, that wheel. That wheel.
It's not. Wait. No.
Maybe do like the corner.
Fuck, we're going backwards.
This might be the worst thing I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, this is big.
Can we not just fucking winch it and maybe bring it over?
This is not
Looking at us like,
normally.
what the hell?
Wait, there's a cassette here.
Can you reach that tree, Salad?
I'm stuck.
You damn
Somebody grab
fucking
me.
Skippy, I can.
Oh,
never mind.
nice.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Beans.
Holy shit.
It's working. It's
Okay,
working.
okay.
Keep going. It's working. Yeah, there's a fucking banger in here, dude.
You got beans
Alright.
of hell.
Can you drive? I'm gonna let go of the winch.
Yeah. I'll-
Mega winch.
We gotta go to the right.
Hold on, we gotta release this thing.
Oh, shit, I see mines.
Alright, we're good.
Going. No, guide me for mines. Did we go to the right here?
Yeah.
Right here. Right now. There's 2 mines here.
Where?
Yeah, go to the right. Through this
Right.
passageway.
Do I just go through here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, no. There's 2 mines. Yeah, that's
I
what he
saw
was saying.
something red.
Yeah, there's
Oh
2.
my god, I looked down.
Found 2 epi.
What do I do?
Oh, there
I think we need to reverse.
I'm on a boat, guys.
Whoa!
Oh, scrap. I'm on a boat.
I think we go the other way, actually.
We go the other way?
I am.
I'm gonna see if I can blow these up with the nail gun. One sec. I don't know if that's a thing.
Oh yeah, try it.
Oh, there's... Yo, Salad, get over here. Motor oil. Motor oil.
Holy shit!
We need that
I'm gonna
shit.
drink to that.
Does not seem like it works.
My boy.
Oh, I'm gonna get some now. I'm gonna get some takeout.
What about throwing a plank or something at it?
Yeah, maybe. Well, so I think we can go through here. You just have to stick like far to the right.
Sure.
Maybe flare gun? Should I try? I found an extra.
Okay, try it.
Nope. Nope.
Okay, well, I'll just go.
Wait,
Or-
hang on. Wait. Let me put the fucking. Let me repair the engine. Did I repair the engine?
Motor oil.
There we go.
Yeah, you
Motor
do.
oil.
Have you guys?
I'm going.
Have you guys thought about maybe
Yeah.
just?
I think you'll be
Oil.
fine. Yeah, you're fine.
I'm gonna go get more stuff. The ship.
All right.
Loads of
Hug left
ship.
side here, Leppa. Ella.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
leper.
I know we're
And
both
keep
got
going.
eaters.
Keep going.
Yeah, this is fine.
Yeah.
Stuff.
This
Down
part
this
looks a
way.
little sus.
Why does this look so free?
That's what I'm worried about. Okay, there's a little bump here.
What about to the right?
Oh.
Do I go to the right?
Dude.
Yeah, there's no way you're going down the middle. This is a fucking mine smack bang
Somebody
here.
put this into the RV.
I think I see a really easy way.
Yeah?
Yeah, here. Come up this hill right here, Ella.
Yo, Salad, did you drink the spirits?
No.
This guy.
Legolas, what do your elf eyes see?
Keep going left.
They're taking the hobbits to Isengard.
Burger! Guys, grab this burger. Put it into
Do
the
I go
thing.
to you this?
Yeah, come to
Oh
me.
my god, am I fucking muted?
My god.
Increase your
Bros
mic,
are skipping
Leppa.
burger. Can you not hear
A
me?
red sun is rising.
All
I
right.
Blood
hear
was
you, but
spilled
you're
last
low.
night.
Just keep going. Keep going this way.
Hello?
Yeah.
Maybe that's a good thing.
Oh my god.
No, it's not.
And then I think we just have like a giga chill drive, just like down. Well, this is like a hill
Surely
here.
we're
I think we do.
Yeah,
we're
come
not
like.
supposed to go backwards,
You
right?
go
We're supposed to
chill.
just go over.
I guess this is the only
this
sus part.
The job's looking
right
a little
here.
spooky, yeah.
I think we might need a
Wait,
winch.
where do I go?
Come to the left here.
Beans?
Might need to
Okay.
winch that,
Over
yeah.
here. All right, hold on. I'm gonna winch you. Just stay right there.
All right. How does he do it?
Is it better now?
All right, you can start like
yeah.
edging off.
It's not, is it?
Start edging.
Yeah. I'm edging.
Fucking hell.
Oh, oops.
I'm drinking spirits. What does this even do?
Oh.
Oh,
Strength.
oh. So same as the beer, right?
Now what?
Yeah, now we're just kind of face planted into a, Well, okay, back up
Do
a
I
little bit. Oh
turn
my
or
god.
Drive or...
Try to go to the right.
Back up a little bit and then turn
Okay,
right,
I'm
yeah.
turning right.
There we go. Yeah.
That worked.
Perfect.
And then we
Yeah.
go left.
Let me
Yeah, and then I guess left this way.
reset this. Oh, let me.
I
got it.
already did.
Good job, buddy. I think we just keep going to the left.
Yeah, I don't really think there's,
Are we like semi
Well, we
out of
kinda-
bounds or something?
I don't think
Kind of
so.
looks like it, doesn't it?
We're just taking
I
the
mean,
chill
if
route.
it was that easy to get out of bounds,
I can't see anything here.
Well, there's nothing there.
it's fine.
Okay.
Nothing here.
Nothing here. Now what? Just up the pyramid?
Yeah, up to the left, I think.
Pyramid?
I calmed. I'm fucking stuck.
Oh.
You need a beer.
You know, I think we may have gone the slightly less intended route. I don't know.
But it's free.
It is true, this is true.
I am beer.
Yeah, I'm accelerating. Keep beering. Keep beering.
There you go.
Oh, flip.
Thank you.
Big flipper.
What's in front of me here? I can't see.
We need to go this way. Keep going forward.
Alright.
Yeah, we're gonna have to like go across. We might have to. I don't know.
Just go across the mountain here. Fuck it.
Yeah, I mean it's only like a 45-degree angle.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go check whatever this is.
Yeah, do it.
Okay, wait.
Yeah, I mean that's.
I think we can just turbo
intended
across the
path.
side of this mountain here.
Turbo?
Turbo?
Yeah, but what happens when I get to the edge of the mountain, though?
Well, let me go scout it out. I think it's
Get across
I think it's fine.
What is this?
I guess he wants you to like winch up it or something.
Oh, I see. There's nitro here.
Oh.
There's a house.
A hoose.
This is pretty chill.
Oh! Look, there's crap coming out of the pipe.
Oh.
Oh, loads of scrap, my dude.
My
And a
God,
drill.
Leper, your mic is going fucking crazy.
All right, you want to just turbo it, Ella?
Do I just go forward?
should we wait for the-
Won't I fly off the mountain and die?
No, I don't think so. It's not that steep, like over the
Okay.
horizon.
Get the shit out.
But I don't know. Should we wait for them or should we just send it?
Really weird.
I don't know. I guess we could just go. I'm just scared. I don't know where I'm going. So
Like you see
Do you wanna do
like
it
the grass up there, like bushes,
uh,
where they're up
yeah,
by like the
yeah,
tree.
Yeah.
Yeah. So once you get
Yeah.
to that tree, you just got to go like a bit left.
I want to grill.
Once you get
Okay.
past those bushes.
Alright, I'll do it.
All right.
Guys, this would have been so easy game.
All right. I'm
Yep.
I'm
I wanna
turboing.
grill.
Wait, Lepa, are you here?
Well, no.
Oh,
need
sounds
to be?
like you're in the toilet. Okay. I'm turboing.
No, I'm outside. I'm right here.
All right.
Come towards
We good?
Send it.
Now what?
This way.
Yeah, just
What is
just
this
forward.
way?
Just forward.
Send it.
Forward. Forward. Well,
I
Yeah,
didn't even
I
take
mean,
any
yeah.
damage.
Do we
Easy.
go up here?
I have to know where we go now.
The
And before there's mines here, I can't
checkpoint.
Oh, we
see.
did.
Oh, we got checkpoints.
Checkpoint. We
Oh.
totally didn't
Stop!
do that.
Oh, fuck!
Oh
Back
my
it up, back it up,
god.
back it up.
Wait, where the fuck is the... Oh, it's here.
To the left.
Yeah, you
to
guys
the left.
went a little,
You
yeah,
just reversed
went a
to
little
the left.
past it.
Oh.
Good lordy.
We have so much scrap though.
Snufkin hat.
Oh, and some more beer.
Moomin.
No more nitroglycerin, yippee.
Damn, that was. Whew.
Dumb.
Well, I mean, I know where we're going now, I suppose.
Burger? I want burger. I'm so
Okay,
hungry.
we're going down. Wait, why
I'm
are
so
we
hungry, I
going
get-
down?
Eat a burger.
Oh my... Bro.
This looks
Look
kind of
at it.
sus.
This is mega ass. But where are we even going after this? Is there like a pipe we're going in or something?
Probably, we're gonna... Oh, fuck. Dude, this is nah.
Burger.
Oh, I fell through the plank. I'm fucking dead.
What the fuck
Burger
is
cell.
this?
Oh, I
Yeah,
see a
there's
way.
tunnel
Hang on.
down here.
Huh?
Yeah, there's a tunnel down here. I see it.
It's fine. We can
Oh,
get
well,
Ella.
good. How the fuck do I get up here again?
You want a burger?
Yeah, there's a tunnel down there. That we go
Burger right
into.
here.
Oh, burger. Fuck yeah.
There is ladder.
We're just through the grill.
Yeah, this is the
I-
well in Majula.
Oh god.
Fuck it, I'm
Oh,
going.
This knows that well.
You're going?
No, I mean like I'm driving.
What if we just like
I'm sending.
send it straight off the ledge, straight to the bottom?
Yeah, fuck it.
Oh, yeah, that's a great idea.
Well.
We're off to the gutter. It's over.
All right, follow me. Follow me. Keep going forward. Keep going forward.
this good?
Keep
Well,
going forward.
not
Keep
right,
going
not
forward.
right. Stop,
Keep
stop,
going
stop.
forward.
Are you sure?
Mhm,
Are you
keep
sure?
going forward.
Are you
then.
sure?
Keep going forward.
Just winch
No,
me,
no,
I
no, no.
guess.
Don't
Keep
trust
going
him.
forward.
Do
Winch?
not trust him.
I think he's trolling. I think this is trolling.
No, this is the speedrun
Wins?
skip. Trust. Just go off, Ella.
Okay. Alright. I'm stuck.
I stopped you from being
Oh my
silly.
god.
Oh, I'm winced.
No, I can release
Just
that
wince,
wince for you.
just
Don't worry.
wince us down, dude. Just wince us
I'm
down. It's gonna
wincing.
work. Yeah, wince us down.
Jesus Christ.
See? Spider.
We just
Surrounded
fucking
by-
we skip this shit. Fuck it. We skip everything.
I'm surrounded by buffoons.
What do you mean? This is going really well.
Wait,
You just gotta
Musicas.
repair the car a little.
Musicas.
No.
Yeah, Musicas. Wait, who's laying dead in my front window?
Guys, Lepa.
I might need to get out. There we go. Okay, so now what I want to do is, I want to winch forward, if I can, if I am allowed.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, good. Now what?
Yeah, now where the fuck do we go? Here.
Gore.
Just the car.
Don't even
Gar.
talk to me.
Gore.
Or
Gore.
gore. Clear.
We're gonna gore this way.
Damn, look, we can cheat the entire system. We just fucking wince everything.
Yeah. Somebody needs to
This is
winch
some-
at the same time, by the way.
Huh?
I don't think you need to wince at the same time.
I don't
Just
think you
go
can.
back and forth over and over. Like you pull the front, you release the ass. You pull the front, you release the ass.
Sounds good.
I don't think you can release the ass anymore. I'm pretty sure the ass is fully released.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, oil
I think you're gonna have to release the back. I think you're gonna have to release the ass manually.
Oh, it's working.
you're definitely gonna have to release the ass.
Yeah, if you do, I'm gonna land front, I think.
Somebody needs to get to the ass.
Well, this can get to the ass.
Can
I'm
you release it with
trying
a
to get to
remote?
the ass, but it's hard.
I don't think I can. This is all I can do. And it's
This
yo-yoing.
is fucked.
It's yo-yo.
Well, this is never gonna get there if he keeps yo-yoing.
Just throw someone up there, easy.
True.
Oh yeah, well, yeah. This-
Saladusi?
Come here.
Wait, I can grab you through the window. Come here.
Yeah, can't you anchor
Probably not
the
a good idea
front?
to.
Can't you anchor the front more forward so I
Okay,
don't fall
hang
on
on.
my face?
All right, go up,
You're
Salad.
not gonna fall on your face. It's fine.
I
Okay.
fucking. Okay, we go. There we go. What?
What the salad? What are you doing?
I just got jettisoned. What the fuck?
so
All right,
bad.
Leppa, you
I
want
think
to?
there's
Your
a
turn,
ladder.
Leppa.
But I can't do it because I'm doing a bean sing. Get,
This,
grab
I'll
me?
throw you up there.
Yo-yoed
Come
me.
here.
You
All right.
yo-yoed me and it
Come here, Diz.
flung me off.
I didn't know such thing. I
You
did definitely
fucking
not do that
yeeted
thing.
me, you
I
rat.
did not do that thing that you're
You
saying.
yeeted me.
All
I
right.
cannot.
You
You can't
good?
prove it.
What kind of teammate
All right,
is that?
You
Uh,
can't prove
Lepa,
I
get
did
ready.
anything.
I'm gonna release.
How?
I'm releasing the
What do
butt.
you mean how?
I think
Do it.
Release the
with our
ass.
angle,
Do it.
we're. Oh fuck! I'm dead.
We're fine.
I mean,
We're fine. Just go and rest them.
I'm not even dead.
Wait, you're not alive?
Get
Fucking
this.
how?
I'm
Wait,
fucking
where's
cooked.
this?
I'm
I
cooked,
don't know.
gentlemen.
I hear him somewhere.
He's,
Okay, I
he's
see.
somewhere.
We definitely.
Where
need to
are you,
turn. I
Dis?
think
Wait,
wincing. I'm
Salad,
gonna wince.
can you go back up and use the graveyard?
Yeah, I'm wincing to fix the car.
I can try and get back up. I can try.
We're gonna need all the help we can get.
Yeah, I'm fucking mega gamer. I just fucking never die.
I don't think it's actually that far because there's the ladders.
Oh my god, you jettisoned me.
Bro, you fucking did. I got yeeted.
You jettisoned.
I got sent flying.
Oh my god, the echo in here.
Make sure to smoke your
It's a big
cig, Salad.
fucking empty hole like Eppa's head, man.
Show help. Show help.
So I go on this bridge to the front left now. And then what? Left again? Yeah, we wince. We wince.
We go Spider-Man mode.
No, I drive front left. Right?
You mean here? Sure.
Yes.
Do you need a bridge?
Wait,
No.
how the fuck do
I'll
I get
just
out
go,
of
I'll
here?
just go.
I think you need to smoke jump, Salad, from that ramp.
Wait, how the fuck do I...
Can you hear me,
I don't
Salad?
think I can get out of here once I'm in.
Salad, can you hear me?
This, I don't think I can get out
Can
of
you
here.
hear me?
Okay, now we go left. And we wince down here.
I feel
to
like you
this
can
bridge.
smoke jump
Then
from
we're
the
almost at
ramp.
bottom.
Okay.
This shit's
I can't-
free, dude.
I can't get back up to the top to revive this.
Salad,
Yeah?
just smoke and jump where the ladder is, like onto that ledge.
Okay, I think I heard what he said.
Yeah?
It's like an episode of Dumb and Dumber down there.
I called
Can you hear me?
Go.
Salad.
Okay, so we definitely need to.
I
wince. We
I
gotta
can't
wince
get
hard.
on top of the ladder,
Not the ladder, the ramp. Jump from the ramp with the smokes, the ciggies.
I can't.
The ciggies.
I can't get up from the top of the ramp.
Are you using the speed?
I can get it. Help you.
Where are you? Are you down here?
Below you.
Oh yeah.
God damn it.
I'm trying this. I'm really
you
trying.
can do it,
I
buddy. You
swear.
can do
You want me to wince you up?
it. Jump a bit earlier.
I'm really trying. I
Maybe you
swear.
can't. Fuck.
Wait, no, hang on. I'm fucking dumb. Hang on. Wait, this. I'm dumb.
I'm coming.
Oh, there's like
I'm
a little rock
incredibly
there.
dumb.
What's going on down there? Where is he?
I'm above you.
Oh, you're above
Oh, you're
me?
above me?
Jump,
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
catch
above.
You. Trust.
Nay.
Trust.
Did you reset wins?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna have to win.
Salad,
now,
catch me.
Lepa.
Hey, I mean, I'll catch you.
I know.
We're gonna
I'm
have to win
reviving
here.
Dist. Wait, I can't revive Dist.
Lepa wins.
Where?
Also, we should
I can't get back up this way. Fuck.
Well, see,
I think
we
you
win
can.
the ass. I gotta go forward, but you have to win.
Wait, I can't.
You can get up,
Wait,
Salad.
no, I can go up with that. I can go up that.
Okay.
Oh.
Dude, poor Dist is probably losing his fucking marbles watching this. Poor Dist is probably going fucking spur. Salad is my savior.
Turbo.
Probably best to play it safe anyways, though.
Listen, it's hard, okay?
Why
Like,
can't I
my
smash the-
my brain cells have decreased drastically today playing this game.
Outside. Not my ass.
Ass, you say? People go calm when they've accepted. I'm literally just about to revive him. What do you mean? It's right here.
Lepa, we're going forward now, but I need to be wins.
I hope this gravestone works.
Okay, I'm going forward.
Well, I can just hear these guys talking about wincing each other's asses. I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
What do you mean? What do I do?
I'm fixing tires.
Okay, I'm just gonna move the part.
Thank you, buddy.
See?
Thank you.
It took a while, but we got there.
Is there anything else in here?
fucking hell.
There's a tape.
Go forward, but so you have to.
No, grab him and throw him down. No.
I do. Go ahead.
I think you might have been able to
They're
jump
trying
up,
to get me to throw you.
like, right here.
Okay, you gotta let me have some. Oh fuck.
Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna
No,
try
I don't
that.
think so.
No, no, you're right. You're
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Slowly.
No!
Oh my.
After all that.
F? I'm full sending it again. Fuck this.
Right.
Hold on, I'm repairing.
I mean, to be fair, we can literally just wince ourselves down the entire way. I think.
Yes. Remember to toggle your mics, people.
Oh, gosh.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I always fucking forget that.
Such a dumb thing.
Do I go left or to the right here? Do we just wince down?
I don't know. Wincing down
There's
probably
burgers.
isn't too bad.
Yeah, we'll wince down. Wince me.
Take 3.
Oh,
Anybody
I'll
burger?
wince you, alright.
Wince me.
Burger?
Oh,
Yo.
I nearly
I
fucking
winced?
yeeted myself off. Oh, you're win.
Grab this burger, guys. It's
You need to
really
pull
I
the
get
tasty.
wings. I'm good. I'm full health.
getting,
Thank
I'm
you.
getting remote.
I got the remote.
Oh,
This is
okay.
burger. Eat it.
Pull
a
it in,
Johnny.
please. Pull it in.
Johnny burger.
I don't want
We need
a
it
Johnny
tight. We need it
burger.
tight.
What?
Or
the
we're
fuck?
gonna.
Kinda
All right. Well.
Oh, this is.
No, we're fine.
Oh,
And
it
I'm
worked.
dead.
No damage.
Yeah, we're good.
How did I fall through the fucking floor?
We're
What?
good. All right. Lower
I
down.
have 1 HP.
Okay, Salad. I need wins in the front. Okay, chill
Okay,
this.
okay, I'm wincing you.
Wins
I'm
in the
wincing your
front,
front.
and move forward.
I can't. Hang on. He was fucking. Just stop wincing the front.
I'm not.
Yes, like that. And now you wince the front.
Yep.
Whoever this with a remote. You might need to lower the ass a bit. Okay, and then wince front.
Okay, you're gonna have to winch yourself off the ground a little bit, I think.
I think it's working. Maybe?
You could front winds. Level it.
All good.
Oh. Okay. Wait. I'm gonna
Yeah,
unwinch the front and then drive
I'm
forward
going
a tiny
forward.
bit.
Oh my god.
Oh, good? We're good?
Yeah, we're
can't
good.
see- shit.
You might wanna. No, you wanna back up a tiny bit.
Alright.
Tiny bit.
Okay, now you're good. Okay, right.
Alright.
So
So we...
Hold on. I'm gonna
Christ.
I'm gonna fix this and reorient you.
That's
Yeah,
a
you
good
can reorient
idea.
very easily here. You can reorient super easily with the Vince.
like this leper. I mean,
Bridge?
there's only one. I only see one plank. Well, there's more up here, I think.
There's one right
And then we
here.
go front left.
Really? I
Onto
didn't
that
see it.
bridge. Yeah, you can stop wincing. It's all good.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we could wince, or I just send it.
Well, we're putting planks
Leper's
down.
made
right?
No!
Well, he's.
Hold on, I'm gonna throw
Why
the
did-
I'm
why
gonna
did
throw the
bounce
winch
off?
down to you, Salad. Oh wait,
Can we get a nail gun, please?
are you reversing, Ella?
No, I just had the reverse aim. It was really annoying.
Okay. Can't throw this.
Yeah, I'm nearly dead, by the way. I have 1 HP.
I was offering you a Johnny, but you didn't
Take
want
the
to
salad.
eat it.
Well, I don't want to eat your Johnny, man.
Well, that's on you, dude. It was fucking delicious, man.
I'm throwing it
Can't
again.
fucking get it.
Alright, planks
Bro.
are in place. You can use my bridge.
Wait.
I'm going.
No. This, I can't. I can't
I'm
grab
going.
it. This.
Going
You're
into-
throwing it too
Grab
hard.
it, Salad.
Stop
I'm
throwing
going.
it so hard. I can't
I'm
get it.
going.
Do you need
I
help,
can't see,
Ella?
but I'm going.
Do you need help, Ella?
I
I'm
did
gonna
this.
fucking go.
This. What?
I don't know what I'm going.
Oh no,
I got it.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
No, this. No, I'm dead. I'm dead.
I got you.
My bridge saved us.
Okay. Now,
God.
I need winds.
Finish bridge.
Okay, I got wins. Oh wait, it's bugged.
What do you
And
want?
then I'm gonna
Ella?
go forward left. Like this way.
Yeah, Dis, I don't think you wincing from there is gonna do as much good.
No, no.
I'm gonna reset the
Yeah,
base.
you gotta reset it. You can throw it down here if you want.
Front or back?
I'm down here.
Jesus,
We're almost done with
Oh
this
look, I
thing. It's
caught it
easy.
first try. It's crazy.
Shut the fuck up,
Yeah.
Dis. You had it thrown at you from up above you. Not fucking. Ah, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm so dead.
What else is
What
new?
did he do? Where is he?
The controller. I dropped one of the controllers like on the ground back there. I don't know.
I have it.
You have it? Okay, nice. The winch is down. On the front.
All right, I'm wincing. I mean, I'm not in the driver's seat. Hold. I'm not in the driver's seat.
Is the back winch?
It's in park. Calm down.
Okay. I'm driving.
Is the back winched?
It is
Yeah, but-
now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going forward.
I don't think you are.
Yeah.
I am in
I have
control
no
now.
power here.
Oh god.
Yeah, you are. That's true. Yeah. Okay, but I need to get over the ledge. though.
I
You're
think.
gonna.
What
I
the
think you
fuck
need
is
to.
happening?
You need to like fully. Oh my god. You need to fully extend
Yeah.
the rear
This
one.
is not good. Yo, that front is gonna kill us.
I'm not doing anything, by the way. I just want to tell you that I'm not doing anything.
Okay,
Something's
stop
changed.
driving. Stop driving.
Okay. All right.
He's not
Just-
driving. Trust me, he's not driving.
We'll fully release the rear one.
It is?
That is that? Because I see like there's more.
It's now fully released. I am putting it back down now. I am pulling the front. And the back is going... It's got to be the front, Vince.
Okay, just release the front.
This is so scary.
All right, can you release the front from there, Lepa? Well, just use the remote.
Yeah, it's released. It's released.
Okay, here.
Can you get the back somewhere?
Yeah. Pull the
now?
back. Pull the. Oh, there we go.
Ooh. But now I'm gonna have to reverse down.
Fucking somersaulting RV.
You don't have to reverse. We could. Oh yeah. Hey, you have the
Yeah, you kinda
mirrors.
do.
Yeah, I'm using the mirrors. It's looking
Oh no.
good, right?
Oh
Or?
no, not looking
Can I-
good. Hold on. We gotta fix this.
Do I
One
go
sec.
forward?
No, you're like your tire's like falling off.
But I can go forward and fix it. Or wins.
Pulling.
Good?
Hold on, I'm gonna set this a bit further. Oh no.
Yeah, this is looking safe.
This is why I attached the front, by the way.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah.
Because otherwise your front would have been... It would be down there, man. With
Hold on.
salad.
Yeah. Oh yeah, salad. I forgot about him.
Salad who, am I right?
Oh my.
Oh, nice. Nice. It's
Okay.
fine. It's fine.
Let me reset this thing.
It looks in my mirror. It looks like I can reverse. Can I reverse?
Yeah, yeah, you can reverse.
All right. I'll keep going.
Yep. Oh.
Yeah, let me go forward again.
Yeah, the tire's caught.
Okay. What the fuck? What do you mean this account is signed in elsewhere?
Oh god. Okay, you're good, Ella. Keep reversing. Keep reversing.
Yeah, okay. I just got a fucking, like, a notification that my Steam account is signed in elsewhere, and it tapped me out.
Oh.
Nice. Yeah, you got dogs.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh
Yeah,
my
it's
god,
so
I
over.
fell.
Wait.
I just fucking fell.
Wait, are you all dead?
To the globe, yes.
Okay, hold on.
How the fuck did I fall
We are
there,
nearly
man?
dead.
What
It
the
falls.
fuck? Logged in on another computer? Fucking how?
Oh no. Ella got hacked. I'm going to the bathroom. Is Ella actually cooked? Well, Rutro. We might be anywaysing, I'm not sure. What's going on? I don't know, like... either Ella's account got hacked or Mika logged in to his account by accident, I guess. I'm not really sure. Probably the latter. I don't know why this happens. This game is so buggy, dude. Hey, buddy.
Yo.
Did Mika kick you off?
Yeah, she turned off the Steam Deck, and when she did for a brief second, it logged into Deep Rock Galactic Survivor.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Our progress.
We gotta get to the next checkpoint.
Sure.
I think we can. We just wins everything. I'm driving. Fuck it,
Dude.
I'm going.
Mika must really hate the lads. I can't believe that. That's crazy.
I can't believe it, dude. It's insane.
You hear that, Mika? It's fucked up.
She doesn't hear you.
She
I'll
will.
tell her. I'll let her know.
Okay, you let her know.
All right, you get the
Wins?
controller. Sal, what are you
Wins
doing?
the ass.
Wincing the ass.
Oh, okay. All right.
The fuck? Okay.
The ass is winced.
All right, let's go, Ella.
I'm going. I'm going.
What a Johnny. Salad.
Okay.
Wait,
Now I need
what
a
was that,
winch in the
Alpha?
front.
You want a Johnny burger?
I'll have a Johnny burger.
I need a winch in the front.
I can't get out.
Open the door? Oh.
No, it's because it's like completely horizontal. Like, I'm too fat to go through the door.
It was 2 buns and
Well,
meat.
what about the ceiling?
I can maybe go out the hatch. Hold
So
on.
good.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love 2 buns and meat.
Otherwise, I'll just throw you out.
All right, I'm good.
Oh, nice.
Well, I guess
Oh,
we just
are you
go
driving,
this way, I
or is it just
suppose.
bugging out?
No, I'm not doing shit. I'm not doing anything.
Where do you
Okay.
like here?
Do you like that?
Right here.
Do you like that?
It's not directional, it's just in my ear. And so is Ella and Gist.
What?
Oh. I can hear
I
them
think you're
from...
all just... You're all in my
What do
ear.
you... Oh,
What
do
the
you have that? I had that with salad. Not now,
Yeah.
though.
Alright, see, this is easy.
Okay, where do I go?
Somebody doesn't turn the
Alright.
Steam Deck on.
I'm resetting.
Yeah, I wonder who that could
You guys
be.
were all dead, anyways.
Okay, Sal, do you want to try again, buddy?
You could have clutched.
Oh,
Do
don't,
you
don't
remember
do
this?
this.
I'm
again,
sending.
Dis.
I'm sending it. I'm sending. Front left.
I have all my reactions, Dis. You can't do
I'm
this.
Here we
sending.
go,
Fuck
Sal.
this.
Oh my God, Ella, you just killed me!
Oh.
See, that's most.
Actually, no, I'm okay.
That's why most of us were dead.
What do you mean you're okay?
I'm okay. I don't know. I'm okay.
How?
I said I was sending. No one said anything.
I
Bro,
was.
You literally stood in front of him.
It's okay.
You didn't get a chance.
I didn't see him. He's too tiny.
Bro, that's fucked up.
I'm going forward.
I'm bringing the Vince down. The front Vince this time.
The fuck is this?
Let me, and stop.
Yeah.
Let me wince you, Level, so you don't fucking die.
I'm good.
Oh, there's burgers
It's
down here at
Vince.
least.
I'm going forward.
Do you not?
Wait,
should we not wince
my
his ass as
is
well?
winced. The
Yeah,
ass needs to be
yeah,
winced or I'm fucked. Yeah, back wince.
Yeah, no.
Front Vince is just to adjust the direction. I said
Alright.
direction, not direction.
Is ass winced?
Yeah, ass is wince.
Stop.
Sick.
It was
Nice.
not locked, but it was
Whatever,
wince.
fuck it, we're good. Let's go, we're good. Hop in. Unwince me. Unwince me.
Hop in, losers, we're going shopping.
I'm going.
Yeah, I may or may not have forgotten to toggle and then
What?
lock and shit.
I'm winced in the ass. Remove it.
No, it's not
You
Vince.
can't be winced in the ass.
I can't drive.
No, stop. It's the tires and it's your front. Your front is in the wall.
Oh.
Oh, that is.
Okay, so Ella, go
Yes,
far
yes.
right and then backwards. You need to
Far
turn
right?
far right
Okay, I'm turning right.
and back east. Stop.
Oh, burger
and now
fell.
go full left and forward. Full left.
Oh,
Yeah,
Stop.
watch out for this hole here.
You need to do the same thing again because you hit the wall.
yeah.
This, where are you?
I'm at the bottom. I'm gonna go check out the garage.
Shit. Okay, I need wince in the ass, I think.
Yeah, wince him in the
I'll
ass.
just wince you in the front.
I can hear you. This.
Yeah, I know.
This is bad. What's happening?
Oh!
I don't know, Salad. What the fuck are you doing?
I've not touched anything, it's you.
What is happening? I'm like a
I don't have-
lowrider.
Ooh, motor oil.
I'm trying to fix the tires. I don't know what the fuck you guys are.
Well, I'm driving.
I know.
Have you got the? Can you?
You guys should probably repair a little bit. Just saying.
Yeah, we have 28.
38.
28 it says on me.
Wait,
Okay.
Really?
It's the back, so it'll adjust where we are.
Where,
I think
where am
Stop driving, Ella. God.
Okay, sorry. Sorry. Sorry.
I think. Okay. I think we're kind of close, but I need to like re-wince this. Hang on.
Well, you just need to readjust.
Where the hell is my front wheel?
no way! I fell through a fucking hole.
I saw it in the distance.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Tough game.
The motor oil too.
We gotta beat this fucking segment.
Hang on.
That's
You just
okay.
waste our motor oil there.
There's another one. There's two. But yes, I did.
Well,
Why
we have a
can't I
problem.
drive here?
Oh,
I'm so
you're missing a tire.
The tire is
What?
underneath, I think.
Oh,
No,
it's like that again?
I think you're just missing it, no?
I'm just driving. I'm just fucking
I
Yeah, it's
driving.
under.
I don't know.
It's bugged
It's-
under.
Can
It's
you
working.
Can you use the power pole? We have a bunch in the car to lift up the.
Okay,
I
can't
think when
drive
it's
anymore.
underneath, it actually doesn't like.
I mean, it's worth a
fix
shot.
itself. Yeah.
There's two power poles like inside the car in the cabinet.
Oh, inside.
Wait, we get. Oh,
Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my god.
holy shit.
Wait, whereabouts in the cabinet?
It's the lower cabinets below the sink, I think. One of those.
I see it.
Holy shit. Oh my,
My
god.
God.
That was crazy.
My god.
Can you put it in park, Ella?
Yes, parked.
Fuck. I can't put it under the car.
But am I not fine now? I feel like I'm fine now.
No, you're definitely not
You're
fine.
definitely not fine.
Okay.
Can you like detach the wheel? Like put on a new one or something?
No, it's fucked. I can't even access it.
Captain's leaving
I
the
have
ship.
a-
Where's the damn
I have
wheel?
an awful idea. I have an awful idea.
Wait, what the fuck? The wheel is down there?
Yeah, that's the problem.
Why don't
I have an
why
awful
don't they just
idea.
drive-
Oh, can
I'll
you
drive-
drive the front left of the car off the ledge so it
Yeah.
reorients?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, good God.
What just
All I
happened?
did was
I
take.
didn't do anything.
All I
It's
did
so
was take the
fucked.
thing off.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
so
I'm
buggy.
driving.
You're not.
Can you unwinch me?
I don't think wincing is the problem here.
Yes, it is. Look, I'm
Wait,
driving.
wait. Tiny bit forward. I might be able to access the wheel if you go a bit further forward.
Yeah? Now?
A little bit more, maybe.
I can't. This is as far as it goes.
Shit. Okay, hang on. Hang on. Give me 2 seconds.
Wait, is Leopard dead under the bus?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know where Lepa is.
Dude, he got like super launched. It was amazing.
Okay, but there's one more thing on the wheel that needs to come off before I can take it off, but I can't.
Right, do you want
Get it.
me to
You need to
yeah,
just
yeah.
winch forward, I think, a little bit.
Yeah, we need to go
Okay.
forward a little bit so the wheel turns.
Oh, I thought you needed someone to grab it.
No, I need. If you
fine.
can't get in, just
Can
go
you
up using. Yeah, okay.
Set up the winch in the front, Salad, so you can pull it a little bit. Right?
Well, I can't. We don't have a button anymore.
Oh. Oh, this fucking game, dude. This game is so buggy.
Fuck, I want to beat this segment.
It's mega easy, guys.
It should be. You got launched away though. Okay, let's do it.
Remember-
I'm
right?
grabbing a winch.
The thing is, we only
Microphone.
lost because our tire got glitched. It got glitched.
Yeah.
True. Let's.
Bloody
Winch
hell.
me. You don't have to win so far.
All right. Let's do it. Let's do it. I got the controller.
But look how much line I have. I don't trust it. Okay, now I'm going. What the fuck just blew up behind us anyways? Alright, nice. Alright, this is good. Let us down. I need front winds.
All right, I'm front wincing.
Salad? Salad? Mike muted.
Fuck!
Yeah, I forgot as well at first.
Stupid fucking thing.
Mayonnaise 6. Sorry.
Thanks,
Whoa,
man.
thanks for the... thank you.
Shit. Thank you for supporting the lads.
Thank you for saving me.
I need to watch that leopard clip getting launched again. That was amazing.
God.
All
Alright,
right.
I go front left, yeah?
I will attach the
Try it
butt-
again, Dist.
How are we
Fucking
this
music!
Oh, right.
Okay.
Yeah, here you go,
I go
Sal.
front left, yeah?
Dude, how are we this broken?
Salad, if you don't get that, I
I
swear.
got it.
Ow!
Sorry. I'm trying to
Alright,
help
I'm
my brother
going.
out.
Bro.
Whatever, dude, we don't even need it. It's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
We
got
had
it.
it
We got a lot
last
of
time. Our
scrap.
tires got glitched.
Oh, whoa. Okay, can one of you wince me off the front so I can drop without dying? Like, can you lower me down with the front one?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, I'm lowering you.
Thank you. All right, you can keep going. All right, nice. And then what, like, bruh? I can't.
It's
Okay,
bugged.
you can
It's
stop
bugged.
wincing.
It's I'm not even winching it. You're bugged. Hold on. let go of it. Let go of it. I'm gonna throw it
Yeah,
down.
just throw it down to me. Wait, apparently this is a bad idea.
Where's the? We're missing one repair somewhere. Where is it?
Okay.
All right.
Oh, it's not my forehead.
Oh my god. Dude, these fucking holes are so fucked up.
Yeah. Right, Leper, you're gonna have to winch the ass and
Yeah.
lock it or something, and then bring it down here.
Who, me?
Yeah, well, we're both
You have
down
to winch
here.
the
We
ass.
can't get up. Yeah, winch the ass.
I have
Yeah.
the back winds.
Okay, winch the ass and then lock the ass.
I guess I'm driving, huh?
You want to drive? I'm trying to get in.
No, go ahead. You can drive. I'll be.
Oh, okay, I can drive. Doesn't matter to
You
me.
need to lock. You need to lock
The-
the back,
the ass
otherwise
needs
you're
to
gonna
get
take a ton of
locked.
damage.
It's locked, boys.
All right. Going.
I'm giving it some.
Okay.
You can stop. No, stop.
Oh.
You could probably let go of the ass now. Yeah. Oh!
We're never getting
Gotta
past
feel
this.
It's like
fucking
really
over.
janky.
Bro, who kept pulling?
I was releasing. That's the thing.
Someone was still pulling the front while the back was dropping, so it crashed into the fucking. Alright, let me wince your ass. Hang on.
I'm grabbing the ass.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, how about we just wince it in the middle? Just wince
We could do
everything
this
from the
normal,
middle.
Like,
Fuck driving on these planks. Let's just. Okay, wince my ass. I'm going down.
already.
Fuck it.
This angle is
Then
not
from
good.
here-
Jesus Christ.
We just wince down again.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah, actually, yeah.
Now, am I the? Okay.
If we drove
Yeah,
normal,
I'm kind of like, I can't really get to you guys from where I am.
Oh my god, it's fucking hard to jump out of here. Oh, thanks.
Triangle up. I'm not gonna throw you out there, but. Okay,
You
hold.
see you go flying off the fucking thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
That work, yeah. The fuck? Oh, that's fine.
We could
From
winch
here,
off from this
why
side.
why don't we just wince down here?
There you go.
Let's just wince from here
Wait,
down
Ella,
here.
can you
Sure,
catch me
that'll
so I
get
don't
us
take damage?
Crash faster.
Wait, where are you?
I'm just above you.
Oh, there.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
cruise.
got you.
Thank you.
All good.
What's that?
We didn't winch the front side.
We did.
Yeah.
I feel like it needs
So
more
little
distance.
I'm not sure we're gonna. Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, it's fixing itself. Trust. No, yo, have you got the Vince control? Check it.
Can you not just winch the back a little bit more? Like,
Yeah.
bro, this is fucking cooked.
All right, you can move.
No, we're
You can do
good.
the front now.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I don't think you can. It's fucking glitched as shit. There you go.
Can you put it like over here? Yeah.
Oh my
Where do we
God.
go? What's the game plan?
Thank you.
Should be good.
Don't drive.
Yeah, I'm not driving. Stop.
All right, I'm releasing the back.
Release back. Release back.
Do we really want to go off of this way? I feel
Oh, you
like
put
it's
it
gonna
onto the
just not
plank.
work.
Yeah.
That's why it was janky.
I don't think it's gonna work if we go off this way.
This thing gets
We
stuck.
could potentially do it from here.
We just do the same.
We can do it the same way. We just need to not.
Yeah.
We just need to attach the butt.
Night.
Hold on, let me attach the butt, Ella. Don't send it yet.
Yep. All good.
Show butt.
All right,
up.
butt is attached.
Can I go?
No. Nail.
Oh, it's like stuck again. something.
Alright,
It's gonna be
nail is
fine.
good.
Just go down the little thing Leper made.
I can't see it, but
Go
I
down
have
my
to go
thing.
in.
Okay.
That somehow still worked.
Yeah.
It's Finnish bridge.
Shut the. No.
Finnish innovation. Trust.
No innovation.
Finnovation.
Only
Yeah.
coffee cheese.
Finnovation. It even
Alright, I'm gonna.
I'll attach the butt.
I'm gonna lower myself down. I'm gonna lower myself
somebody
down because
grab-
someone lower me.
Who's got the remote?
Yeah, no one.
Damn it.
No one.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
up
I
here.
need someone to lower me at the front and then probably yeet it again.
You have another one.
Okay.
But yeah, we have like 3 in the car. I think.
True.
Okay, Cam. You gotta, there you go. Lowering. Okay, is it stuck again inside the wall or? Yes, it is. You're gonna have to reset it and lob it down at me again. Okay, nice.
You looked so fucking lazy grabbing that, by the way. You looked so fucking lazy.
Do I go?
I was waiting
Just
for it to
slowly
stop
like
my
edge
own
off
reaction.
right now.
Yeah,
Alright.
edging.
I'm not even doing anything.
Yeah,
It's all you.
Edge.
I'm gonna fix the butt real quick. Okay, you're good.
Are you sure this is good?
I think so.
I'm not doing anything. This is all you guys.
I know.
Easy peasy.
Guys, I'm a little afraid.
No, it's fine. We need
Why?
to pull.
This is simple.
Because nothing's happening.
Wait, you can't
that's
let go of
true.
the ass? I mean, I could drive forward, see if something happened.
Well,
Well,
all right. You know, what, I'm gonna release. I'm
certainly did.
releasing the ass. Just pull the front.
Okay, don't pull the front until the ass is fully released, though, because that's what happened last time.
It is released.
Yeah, you already let it go.
I have a bad feet.
Okay, fix
well,
it. Fix
yeah,
the car.
We can repair.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I'm gonna go down and get some motor oil.
It's probably a good idea. Don't go falling through no gaps now.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
wheel
careful
fucked
this-
now, or is it fine?
No, the wheel's fine.
Okay, good. Maybe we can make it then. But,
I think you
yeah.
got just stuck under there last time when I was pulling it because it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Might
Honestly,
have
I
it.
don't think we should double attach. We should just put, we should just attach the butt and drive forward. And then
Yeah, you're probably right.
lower it real easy onto the ground.
Yeah, and then
pull
attach the
forward.
front. Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
'Cause it-
Yeah,
it
well,
always
hindsight is
jumps
2020.
I'm trying to find areas where...
Look on my head.
You might knock some sense into you.
Alright, what's the plan? Go forward?
Yeah, go forward, I guess. Very, very closely to the wall.
Hug the wall.
Hug the wall.
Why? I
Maybe not that
can't
much.
drive.
Stop. It's the thing.
Like-
It's your spoiler is.
Yeah, the corner is in the thing. Yeah.
You need to
Have a full...
far right, turn far right and backwards.
Yes?
Go back.
Alright.
Oh god, not again.
Fuck me!
Unlap is dead. Okay, go a little tiny bit
I
left.
just followed instructions.
It's true, you did. Go a tiny little bit left and just forward a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, now forward should just kind of keep you on this a little
Yeah.
bit.
Alright.
We should-
Forward?
Well, last time I tried wincing it,
Yeah.
it fucking, that's
I'll
what caused
just
it to
go
get
forward.
stuck on
If you
the-
just keep going forwards and
Yeah.
you hug the right wall, you'll be fine.
It's hugging it, that's the problem. Now I can't do it anymore.
Can't-
Oh, yeah, you're gonna
Oh,
have to
hold
like,
on, hold on.
back-
I'm fixing it, I'm fixing it.
Yeah, the 1,000,000 turn.
yeah, you're gonna have to like far right and turn again, yeah.
Oh,
Careful.
no.
Help.
No, you're
Put it in
Help.
park. Put it in park. Hold on, I'm gonna put in this motor oil. If I can.
Whereabouts is Leper?
I don't know if I
Oh,
can
he
get
fell
in.
down into the goo, I think.
Yeah, but I don't know. I might be able to get him.
Ella, can you get out and pick me up?
Oh yeah, I got it.
Thank you.
This is the resignation in your voice then.
Can't we just like Vince from up here down to the final plank where the pipe is?
No, because that's way too far.
No,
Is
no.
it?
All right, you. I think we just went. Oh, can you grab me again, Ella?
Yep.
All right. I think
small.
you just attach the front. Attach it like close to the wall, and we'll just pull it a little bit.
Yeah. The problem is, last time we did this, this is what caused it to get stuck last time.
I think
Yeah.
he'll be fine this time. to
Well,
be
what
fair.
is the
I think
tire
he's
looking
gonna be
like?
fine.
Can I just pull?
I mean, it's still there. You can, pull
Can
a
you
bit,
can you
yeah.
angle
I can
the winch
let you know
more
if it
more
stops.
like towards the wall? Like forward like that? Yeah. There we go.
Okay, yeah, we're on.
Okay, nice.
I'm gonna get fucking ran
Oh,
over.
careful,
Okay,
careful,
okay,
don't.
I can't. You don't fucking. Oh my god,
Just
no, we can't do this now. We can't.
Why?
No, we can't. I can reverse. I'll
The
reverse.
wheel is gonna get stuck again.
No.
Oh god.
Now the wheel is definitely gonna get stuck again. Okay,
Nope.
I can try.
I mean, we just have to try
we
to.
can try pulling forward a bit, yeah. Nah, the wheels. Wait, stop. Stop. Fuck. Okay, I have an idea, but this is gonna suck. We're gonna have to back up a little bit because the wheel is now under. We're gonna have to back up.
Okay, hold on.
Like,
I
pull it
can
back.
winch back here.
Yeah, winch back, and then as soon as it's unstuck, I'm going to try and lift the car up using the lifty thing, and then winch it.
Oh.
Okay, stop.
Fixed
oh,
it.
the back tire's fucked now. No, we've not. The back tire's
no, it's
fucked
fine.
now.
It's fine for me.
For me,
can I go
for me, the
forward?
back left tire is. You can try go forward, yeah, I guess, but the back. Right,
Okay,
the back
wait.
left
Hold
tire
on.
for me is fucked now.
Hold on. I gotta release
Yep.
Okay.
Can I go?
Yeah, you can go.
Yeah. Okay, it fixed itself.
Okay.
Let
Nice.
me I'm stuck under the truck.
Yeah, I'm winched into oblivion.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah.
Here,
I
I'll
can't
throw
get
you over.
around.
I'll throw you over.
Yeah. Don't be too far. Okay, hang on. Okay, no more winds.
There's like a gap here coming up.
It's not.
can
It's
just
not
go,
a big.
right?
Oh, the no.
No, he's fine.
It's fine.
What?
Please tell me we had another remote.
Yeah, we have another remote.
Okay. You can just go.
Oh my god.
Run
This one's a little. Oh,
If you
God.
just go,
I think it should be
fine.
if you go
Probably good.
fast, it should be fine.
Oh fuck me.
Okay. Oh, careful.
What?
All right.
Okay.
All right. Solid.
Wait.
Solid.
Okay.
I'm throwing you
I thought you
over.
fell.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get a remote.
Yeah, and I'll attach the front.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna pull. Okay. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna pull the back
Oh, I'm
a little
gonna
bit till it like even us up.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good
I mean,
idea.
I could reverse, but
Nah.
nah.
No.
Just fix the butt.
Just wins the
Toggle.
ass, wins the front. Good. All right. Okay.
Oh, look at that.
All right.
All right. I'm
we're
walking to the
almost there,
front.
we're so close.
Don't run me over.
I am not even
All
at
right.
the wheel. It's fine.
Okay.
So we just
okay.
gotta go left and then. Okay.
Yeah.
This looks fucked. I'm not gonna lie.
No, it's
Yeah.
fine. Literally just wins and win.
Yeah.
Can I go?
Yeah. Come forward.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You
I
gotta
can just tail leper.
turn towards me.
Hey, buddy.
Do I need to adjust the bit with reverse? I can.
No, you're good if you just
Where are you?
hold like sharp left turn.
Oh,
Is that good?
no, I don't
Yeah.
think I can. I can see you.
Actually,
It doesn't feel fine.
okay, hold on. Salad, pull the front a little bit.
Okay,
Ooh.
that's sick.
Maybe a tiny bit
What
more.
the hell do we do in this coming up?
A bit more?
Yeah, a little bit more. Okay, that looks good.
That's good, yeah.
Okay. I don't think I can come back up from here.
I think we have to just attach the butt and just slowly go forward.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Do we
So
have
just-
planks for this part coming up?
I'm not
We have two
sure.
on the truck.
Okay, that should be enough.
Yeah, just slowly start
all right,
edging
let
off.
me know when I can go forward.
You're the butt's attached, so.
All right, I'll edge off.
Jesus Christ, Leper. Well,
It's okay. It's okay.
It's fine, it's all right. The problem is we need 2 planks for this now.
I think this. Yeah.
I'm not getting up on that ledge without.
Well, it might be fine. Because I
There's
can,
no-
if you keep the back thing there, I can just lower you onto it, you know, slowly.
All right, you can
Like, I
go
can
a
just- I
tiny
can
bit
just-
further forward, Ella. Although you need to go straight. You need to go
Oh,
left
yeah.
the moment you go forward.
Yeah. All right, I'm doing
Because
it.
I can just slowly lower you.
All right,
onto
I'm gonna
it, I
attach the
think.
butt.
And then I'm gonna pull it a second so it like locks, and then I'm gonna slowly like release it as you go. Oh wait, I kind of have to do the. Oh, fuck, you have to do a front one as well.
Yeah, but you can just do. We can get it close and then attach the front. We don't have to do the front right away.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna attach the butt a little. Yeah, oh, you're gonna have to fix the butt again. Can I? Oh, let me see.
yeah,
I
okay.
could try to
Go
go
this
res. I can go try to res but
Lepers like
well,
right there.
there might be the
There's graves.
gravestone up ahead. Let me.
Oh
let me
yeah,
check
yeah,
for
yeah.
'em.
You just run past some epi.
It's flare.
Oh, it's flares?
Yeah.
We shoot the flare, you in the wall.
Yeah, I don't know about this one, Lipa. I don't know if you can see, but it is so fucking dark.
Is we're gonna like you're gonna drive forward a little bit while I let go of this a little bit, so like we'll walk like now like in sync. So I just edge forward as I'm letting go, you know.
Motor oil.
Yeah. So do we want me
And
to
then when
do
you
it
have-
now?
I'm gonna put in a motor
Kinda looks
oil.
like there
Yeah.
was- It
Oh,
kind of
good
looks like
idea.
there's graves.
There probably
even-
is. It's just so hard to see. Yeah, you can get back up for her.
Okay.
There.
Well, actually, I don't know if I can.
Don't you mean a flare?
Oh, I got it.
No.
A flare? A flare?
All right, we're oiled up.
Alright, top forward a little bit. Okay. A
We're
little bit
good?
more. A little bit more, yeah. A little bit more. Go left a little bit if you can. Yep. Tiny bit left. Yep. Forward.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ!
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Send it.
Just
No,
go.
because
just go
there's a
forward.
ledge here.
Wait. Oh yeah,
Dude,
there is.
we
Shit.
will die if I go forward.
Okay. We need to
That's
somehow
why
get
I said we
this-
need planks. Just
Yeah, we
use
need to get the two
planks.
planks from the side.
Okay, here, Salad. Here, I'll throw you to the top. I'll throw you to the top.
Oh yeah, because that's definitely gonna work.
Hey!
Oh my god.
Oh!
Wait, this is so bad. Oh my god, I just fucking threw.
No, I can
just
get the
fu-
planks.
Oh no, the controller's here. The controller.
Yeah, I put it down, you fucker.
I'm sorry.
Here comes a plank this.
Okay.
Catch it.
Okay.
He's gonna drop that too.
I have it fucking clonks him on the head and kills him.
Here comes another plank.
Maybe
Okay.
nail
When
gun?
you're ready. Here we go.
Yep.
Yeah, you might want to nail those down.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want the nail gun?
Sure. Hold on. Oh, don't throw that yet.
No, I gotta get up here first anyways.
They are so bad. So.
Just think, Leopard, if we were there, this would have been much easier.
There's a, yeah, no.
This.
What?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Take your time.
What is the plan with this?
I mean,
plan?
I think those look good, right? Did you say?
Sure.
Yeah.
Are you sure you maybe don't want to, nail
Okay,
them
yeah,
down?
Yeah, Ella. Ella,
Here,
just remember to bring the tires closer together as you drive.
I know.
I'm kind of scared about throwing this thing, but
No, you're fine. You catch it. Here it comes. 3, 2, 1.
Oh no.
I was spamming E. I was spamming E. Okay.
It wasn't you, it was you.
Oh, we have to fucking YOLO
I
it.
think we just have to send
I
it.
don't like that plank though.
Which one? This one?
That
It's
one.
fine.
Yes.
It's fine. No, you can go really slow because you've still got the ass is still attached. So You
Yeah.
can just go really slow.
Okay, fine. I'll go slow then. I'm going. Oh Jesus. Okay, fuck it.
Okay. Okay.
Alright, just
Nice.
re-grab
Alright.
the planks.
I'm gonna re-grab the planks. I'm resetting the ass.
Will you pull me?
God.
I will pull you in a moment.
Nice.
This.
Careful, watch out for the gap between.
Yeah, this is like high levels of Pepega, I swear to God. Jesus wept.
Okay.
Remember this, that's our last controller.
Yep.
Are you gonna pull the
I'm gonna
front?
pull
Yeah.
the front. Yes.
Yeah.
Oink.
This is,
Look
this
out.
is unprecedented levels.
Alright, very good.
All right. I'm gonna reset. You can come forward here. Keep
I
going.
turn right?
Not. Yeah. Go a little bit more forward first. And then you can turn right now. Yep. Okay. Keep turning right. Keep turning right.
Yeah, that's...
I will attach the front just in case. All right.
I
You can
can
keep.
go?
Yeah. Keep turning right and go forward. Okay. Nice. We're good.
We're good.
Scary.
Yep. Just come
get that
drive
headlock
towards me.
I can't drive. I don't know why.
Okay. I'll. Maybe your back tire's stuck or something.
Oh no. Oh, it's working out.
Okay. All right. Yep.
I'm
just
going.
straight towards me.
Watch out, this. I'm just going.
Okay. Wait. Hold on. Actually, yeah.
He has headlights.
All right. Yeah. You got lights. Yep. Come towards me.
Yay.
Woohoo!
Fuck
Imagine
yeah!
this
Where's the
isn't even.
checkpoint?
Imagine there isn't even a checkpoint.
No, of course there is, right?
Careful with where you're going. Hopefully there's not like a
Yeah.
drop off or anything. It looks like there should be a
I hear
garage.
musikas. I guess we go left? Yeah.
I don't really know.
Yeah, this is, yeah. I'm guessing it's down here.
I don't.
I think so. Where are you, this?
I'm just right behind you.
Okay. Oh, checkpoint!
Woo!
Oh, nice. Wow, next part looks fun, but that'll be fun.
Thank
Welcome
you.
back, gentlemen.
Oh my God.
Look at this next part. I'm just gonna full send it to see
Right.
what happens.
Hold on.
Never
Wait.
let
Stop.
people again.
Let's everybody get in.
Eh?
Everybody get in, and let's hit a little turbo. Let's just send it.
Okay, hang on,
Yeah.
I'm coming.
This is gonna take 2 seconds with turbo.
I can't fucking see
I can't
anything.
see fucking anything. Wait, hold on.
Okay, have we got,
Grab
is
the
there at least a
fucking
floor
flare.
out here?
Yeah.
Where is the floor?
I turboed it.
Oh.
Oh, I'm getting in.
Can I go?
Turbo.
All right, go.
Go,
It's
go, go.
turbo.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait. Well, this is good.
Yeah. This is
Not
good.
when those planks come back.
This is good.
No.
Yeah. Feels
No.
real good. I don't even know what's up or down anymore.
You got turned into a crusher. I
Dude,
can't
it's,
see.
it's so dark.
Nice.
What is this fucking checkpoint?
Yeah.
Bro.
Oh, I see.
Whoa.
We can use barrels.
Oh, I can see again.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, we beat this next session. Easy.
Next session for sure.
Cool.
This looks easy. Literally just full send
Thanks for the games, gentlemen.
Yeah. The winch controller was in my hand when we got the checkpoint, so I'm kind of scared that when we come back, it's gonna be gone. But hopefully not.
Oh, no.
Ruh-roh.
Don't say that. Bro, is Ella fucking gone? He's disappeared.
What the fuck? What is he?
Wait, what the fuck is it? I don't know. Why can't I jump? I'm like bugged, I can't move. I can't move.
I'll help you.
Wait, I can't move. I died.
I'll save you, don't worry.
Still can't move. No, no. You fucking piece of shit. God. GG.
Yeah, GG. Where the fuck did they go?
Fucking left. Ella's on the other side of the map. We're gone. Fucking hell. GG.
Yeah, GG, man. Alright, that was fun. This map's actually pretty tough. Compared to the first game, it's so much harder. Or sorry, the first map. Actually, so much harder.